All right. Appreciate for your church will be baby I'm sure if be Ghana for ne abrochi for maybe I'm sure if be Ethiopia and then see a positive Africa. Send no the last Monday of every month. And then Mr. Kwabena Benda ko Asia na yakasi kasem wasem abrabo wasem and then so 23rd of June. Yes, I want to say a very wonderful topic and many of a bear fee. Yeah, neighbor, we have two questions now, money, Mr. Venda. And then, as usual, we know that he is going to do justice to the topic. Internet topic, money runs from you because of these mistakes. The baby, I'll share if you be any more kwaba. I think so. You better so be share, no, I like it, no, I comment it, and you better for front so beat me a join in, it'll be answer.
Right. Yo, Positive Africa, Patrick Fee, Mr. Benda Kong, Kwasi can come, and then a bay on Wedma. Kwasi, sending maybe see no. You say, Mr. Obama, I say, ye D is the same cranny, BBS, the same cranny, see me history. And why? And also, I just say history, no, when me at TSC ye pa. It's so good and so nice when we see you talking about it. And probably a friend I catch and say, because of the way, I'm almost so history, no, any akoso. Any nearby corner, so Joe, Natty, say, on Fanny Agro cry, on so ya dear pa. It's an idea, oh my, no, for my na a fee not any Mr. Benso any come.
Sharp. Of a birth, me that's near Quenya. Yeah, and that history, no, send a dick can back because I need the free more any it's now back because I need the any slave trade and also any BB a day Africa for to form, but yeah, share ancient African influence in science, in mathematics, especially. And yeah, na me bang kuntabua or mutimi editor in Pempi, no, ya na nipa breeding say BB complex maths, engineering, architecture, and any nyina no. Odi bibini ka ho a enye ye. Before as na because my we FM proud to a meeting, and say adwuma mu na guy bi afi na ohwe aba foforo. Ti me sure say my boss I catch and say about anything data analytics ni say na eya on be home. So we spoke. It didn't come over, but he needed help about something. And then he went to Okonkro for all more team, which is fine. But Okomo no munyina pointing is a umbra me on a bad side area na me na me say, So but we need komo kane na osan ekomo when he needed help no. Me hu so ba na me fa me bag and me ba fie. Because only me din komo penina catch us so here bibi sa akon ho. And I was here more be a brain. See, then I also go very for. So which means say we are tuntum inti wo ni abe kind of the also crowd accent.
What would you pass?
Me when say the attempt and I'm a family bag and I'm here then me be fie. So yeah, per se say yeah na ancient Africa nye Egypt even though example we Egypt there na me but over Nigeria no more practice I did be a friend of decimal system calculating numbers in base 20. Yeah, using a base 10. Until 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 2, year 4. No. But to say, to say Yoruba for the no. Vegismal system, the base 20, 1 plus 1, 2. 1 plus 1 be a different thing. It's our complex things in the Rhind mathematical papyrus. Rhind mathematical papyrus near Kratibia, a dim fee 3,600. Na neutral and your friend Amis. Amis no so cra no. Ono no tro the 3,600 years ni. But Oka said it had existed 200 years before into ye the kikabu mo na ese sa document we no e di about 4,000 years. Tie by na Western mathematics and all those kind of things nearby. Paper no ohwe is about 18 feet long. Now, our problems, makube 80 or 88 mathematical problems on senia ibun kunta ebia or a circular face a kwanya befa so a be calculating the area, the circumference, measurement, all those kind of things the na no the intia make can one some say me per se almost long before these Western people came in, Africans had explored so many things when it comes to science, mathematics, and engineering. And until you know how to calculate for the area of a circle, you say a pi r square.
You'll be at the news out.
Okay, do one na go school no. Yeah, math. Yeah, pi r square ni yɛn nyinaa yɛ nim. Ana yɛn nyinaa nim sɛ pi no, which is 22/7. You know, na say 3.14. Ebi to so. So, yeah, ebi to 3.146. And of above, but you bet me the ato so. One of the most profound calculation is any more nipa bebree nim. Wohwɛ saa papyrus na meka na saa tete scroll na problem number 50. The Kemet people ɛkyerɛw ɛkwan a yɛfind the area of a circular base. The main fan question area of a circle sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ easy for us to understand. Kind character no maka kyerɛw sɛ wopɛ sɛ find the area of a circular base de biribi a ɛyɛ round biara no wopɛ sɛ wohwɛ sɛ ɛda hɔ a space dodoɔ sɛ na ɛtumi occupy on that flat surface no ɔmo pɛ sɛ wopɛ sɛ calculate a you multiply 8/9 by the diameter. The diameter ne yɛ sɛ circle no ne nkyɛn mu no from ne nkyɛn mu baako to ne nkyɛn mu the other no ɛna yɛ the diameter wokyɛn mu mmienu a ɛna yɛ radius no nti wohwɛ na wohu sɛ area no which is a ɛyɛ 8/9 times d what square results no sana formula ne so you get 64/81 by d square. That is the chemetic formula for finding the area of a circle. We read the problem set now. Now, we breaking it down the by an area, the area of a circle Greek from the by no. Almost say a pi r square. Pi near 22/7. Ubi awaye say ni bien pi no 22/7. Now, these two areas, we can equate them. Ibitimi akase eyepe. Inti ye ne pena ye pese finding the constant which is pi na ye hwese ne ebeye. So we have pi which is d/2 all square. The entire d/2 all square ne say pi r square no ye di kan kasa o fa second na nchemu no e ba be hye mu sei na e na ye diameter no tu chemu a radius. Into 22/7 no times r square no. So you breaking it down, you bet me aka say and also is equal to pi times d/2 all square. So what you say? The d/2 all square is equivalent to r square no. Into na say multiplication now benya d square over 4. And only more than pi no. Into ye fa and more than pi I no ababe pi d square over 4. Any kemet for the pi no which is 64/81 d square na. You bet me equity. You bet me aka say omienu ye pe. So ohwe near twice on now, equating both. If you come down, you realize I'm trying to make pi and say no kwa engine. Hence, I'll multiply both side by 4. Now I say, baby, a pi over 4 d square and 4 ni be 4 no. Now I call the other side now 4 ni be multiply 64. Now you 256. 4 ain't me ain't divide the way no directly. So we maintain the 81. So yaba benya 256/81 times d square, which is equivalent to pi d square because remember, pi baako na ɛwɔ unsa nifa no so no 4 na atwa 4 no mu. Ti breaking it down na ɛba yɛpɛ sɛ pi no nko a egyina hɔ. We are trying to find a pi in the equivalent form of chemetic people no. Ti breaking it down you benya 256/81. We divide there 3.1605. Yeah, they compare an pi which is 22/7 and only a 3.14 a bit to 28. Oh yeah, a bit to so now finding the difference between the two values now 34 and a 3.1605 and a calculate here and an a 3.143 difference near about 0.02 which means that the difference means they are very close. Percentage wise is less than 0.06%. Next, they were operating at a confidence interval of about 95%. And no, mutim the monuments be bria and they are say over 4,000, 6,000, 10,000 years ago. All these monuments are there, and these things became the foundation of many complex mathematics. The entire American ones and they say, oh shit, before about cosema team ya na come more medi and no more influencer yeah the entertainment for any more creative industry but yes Anna we can't compete. We need to have a lot of people who are mathematically inclined, who are into STEM no send ye be ya mofra eba no so no omhu san crofo no metima ka say we mu ye me role model omo twenum no mu movie na but on the front face now you compete with other people no ɛhɔ no yɛndi agorɔ saa or sɛbi anaasɛ ɛnyɛ nnwomtoɔ ne asa ɛyɛ critical thinking problem solving abilities na saa nneɛma wei na yɛn nananom ɛtumi yɛɛyɛ about 4,000 years ago a ɛnɛ at the British Museum a mene woka sɛ so nti wohu sɛ obi ka sɛ ɔno anim wɔ ɔyɛ complex math all those kind of things na ɛfiri the basis started from Africa. And not only Northern Africa, but even Western Africa, send I'm doing Nigeria for the year and registrar system. And to ha team ya show my own crime, while also show home crime says say and another to me be a complex. It means that if you want to find the next Albert Einstein, the possibility of finding that person in Africa is very, 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 very high. And in Tiamaya Bemumbu, we should keep on learning and don't limit ourselves to just entertainment and comedy and all those kind of things. It's not to see you it will be very tough for other people to compete with us because our mind is able to assimilate things quicker and is able to imagine and produce greater things. And we have the history to serve as a proof that our grandfathers and our ancestors did these kind of things.
Wow, crazy. Richard Brave was it, Master? The only pie we know is meat pie. Christine, about for Russia. Hey, some of what you Charlotte, so a sister on the sofa, must say, be our baby, any topic, a topic, so a soon could cry, become myself. Here, the brave when it comes to finance. And money runs from you because of these mistakes, and that you become myself. Said every ABA and you never see kind. Yo, legend.
Yes, boss.
Now, secret me joining free home. You say you crazy any day. It is a medium first change, and I medium exchange. It me joining free home, sir.
Yes, can come here, that's it. As a matter of fact, the Uncle Foy, they just building, but the foundation you're gonna
yeah.
And it cuts across everywhere, whether it's physics, chemistry, mathematics, philosophy, management. About for toy.
Of course.
Only be a home by some because I'm on a chassis, chichiria, omoti. And will be our swan, the quite triviano. Sabi women was in Comodica, high level mathematics for school. Women are not saying Omaka. But Omonka, until my own who said the Brofunqua and I said, oh, my BBR. You know, correct. The foundation is so clear. If it were not true, pyramids not a Bibo Sudan, I don't know. In soon by a mathematical product. So the new complex mathematics. Engineering is based on maths. It will be what me produce bibiano. It's likely so more formulas bibio munima omutimidiye. Now say no more timia catches the be aliens be grana be because broni so tyrannical say also pomodia de koshisha baby when na zia moko bombo obiti rifi amoko to makoto bombo yo say moko ku nipa say obi aja pade ngomoni aje to transem no doso enti de emma no mam so na ye no also kangu no catch them some man ye. So that was a strategy, but if you are there, as a matter of fact, documents in the brain. Must say be brain, it becomes difficult for many of us to accept. Say, yeah, no money be brain. So thank you, and these are thousands. The Greek Empire, so to say, it was just about 500 BC. So it means that this is beyond that. And 3,000, 4,000 before that, these mathematics were even there. Very complex ones. And no correct. The issue, if you hear that, say, na pebebre never betray.
Martin Legend.
Now the area is all the cocoa can which papa watch the mathematics or come going raise your nobeco. Okay, just why in Pythagoras. Okay, just a massage and say, no. But really, this is it. This is the foundation. So yeah, that was
awesome.
I see can offer Adriani was soon.
Let's take up any answer. Son,
obviously, money is an idea, it's a medium of exchange. Because this guy, Ukoyo, you're one day, this guy. Uko sorry, them nas also for Mesrawa, not just one for second quarter. And then maybe I say a move, so to say. This all PBB, and at least a modern society there, who could just Canada, money card, so you're here with the amount. And the on the primary level, it's just a medium of exchange.
Wow. It's in a can it's carried in the Ghana. It's kind of
Patama Sisika Wataba. And Sikatu. It's a guy moja. Obiso having when you be because when the bottom when you be, I don't say to yet. And the one who Sika Hunyansano, on a Sika a Johnny Flynn in chain. Bimo Pesomo uses some esoteric, interpretation of money. Maybe it's another form of energy, but Sika is a basic, follow primary laws. And it's a unibia, not just a laws you have one share and I say, well, 1 year ago.
Wow. It's laws, no, a binity here, Bama, a beer, a mouth nim, and I say, because say a lord, yeah, and found this in the city. When the laws were and farm out.
Yeah,
laws, make a crack. Laws, no,
Annie.
Laws.
And there's a kind of Ghana in China. And thereby, come when he said, oh, no. Some grown was just on all Bobo Sakura one kite. When names a Bosiana war bono, or court system, the man a credit card, no, him say a channel. When him say a law. And some home. Into your mouth has a credit card, no, so about 25 a year. When him into 2,000 is a bit through 5,000 or you be a scatter. When him say a law, so be boss, I was saying now you should sound more in that. Also, here. Now, the time behind one piano, and as a way for more, and as a when is what multiplies exponentially. So, there will be a one sa Sessica, Obosia and Sihonda Hono. Oko Bobosiana will be the Cambisa. The Bosia may be Sena Oji. It was a department basis of Musica. How did the Cabibre? There will be out any car and better musica. And this is only so good, Sonia. Now was in so and as I can tell. What me can tell so I'm just a conformity. So, and what can tell so. Yeah, I can't want to be back and tell so. And it's all that the Cabibre took one or your friend is I don't know this was soon. And the cannot also want to me and so she can be. And the Adeba might see Kajadi Filipa, a car, and as Bobosia, Nan and Nina Hon and Nini actually. So, and Jamra says, "Oh, Bobosia, home, and see who at home. Netia, Maramo Dato Nutia, and I said to an intem. And yes, I see Catem be I won't go, I want to any no, Nassicani be nubuto. Because about some technical. Even your crew have no more business at Tembi, short term loans, quick loans in this animal. Bones were yet, Juman was Cafanism, but whom maybe is can. When you refuse a caro koji another boarding. In fact, one was had there put you out, Caro. To the big road to meet ya, a canon and bika. Because now as if one was so. It will be a second run in China, don't one a cabo. Or yeah, Juba, but because I were yeah, Jumama banks, you know. 200 teams or number, but I can't go on. Sir, and the Mohuni is here. Student loans, car loans, credit card loans, everything loans, wedding loans, funeral loans. And it was a temp year, you might 200,000 a year, but you can't see it.
Well, I say topic, yes, I know part topic here, only woman discuss here. Who's a bet, Visa? What's it called?
Yeah, legend. Yeah, one my own says can it me but ye share ye culture no mu a ya mamre ne amane ne ye wa be bibia ye bufa sika ho ebi se sika no de odi wo mu a onsa be den onsa beka sika ye moja Nyankopɔ fa ne bo a onto ne ntem legend question pese busa ne se sa akeka akeke se no kro enye no kro esiso aso ben na eya enya wo nipa adwen so which will eventually lead money from moving away from us because nipa eya wo can say we say we manifest what we say. Okay, say no we'll topic back. We say we manifest what we say, but yeah, money myth any yeah baby ebufa sika hono. Ujidi say no so ma ye nye sika and answer ma sika pray free and sem. And to some they don't even get it at all.
Right. Once some and as some I touch because it's I mean and as some you to the bia person make as me refi. Need to so be 6-5 I mean mo be dan what one as some bia chiro. Sin te kuma o se ho anhwanya touch okay count sem bi. E do mitimo even though men kind so much fully. The same with also and some out if subconsciously they stay with you. And it's what a papa for Sikahua. Sikaba unsemu say you react with that information. We are joining a database, so yeah, always on your way. Some are okay cans and as some are told you who found one, say you know, correct, say you know, correct. Say Busamuka. A former BBO team said that Sikaba unsemua. Unless you've been taught differently, you express that which subconsciously you have had. So, and this a catch yourself. Sikane de e tre sikano cry sunsum grofo bi na nya ye de yenya bi ameka se ye cry busu mu mate bibisa ye se na omo wo pa me ye hwe se busuafo bebre aka wo ya kire mu nti na omo wo na omo wu nti me na nadwane firi ho na wakonya amma nti omo no chese sikano mu nya bi ani so we yana se nti me dwe se ma yete no wo nyini no words are powerful. Words are power, if you want. And they're wanting on. It should put the way I would drink. And we just say the difference, one of the main things difference between those who have money and those who don't have is how they reason and how they take critical decisions. And that's our reasoning power, no. And some no. So be sure that you are trying to actually answer the enemy who be away man no. Our effect when we have money or the way we have with money.
Wow.
What follow-up question yeah, I say?
Yeah, follow-up question ba ko na me de ebeto aso. About words na legend e kan na say nya wo kan no ebem ema. Yen fa ne say obi e bia okakuma enu na ya mensa. Oni se ni offer e wo sika pa ana ne ma me yare. So a call for us be of money scan na ombo busia akra ompe busia mananka omfa nkwhwe ne ma me but what he doesn't know so say bia no offer no ono so e bia ono so go through some difficult moments bia genuinely e bia onya sika no ma no I think so nya legend ka dey ba kwa mehu say there are specific incidents bia e manipa ye ka insembi na saa sem no wo ka one here bebe mama. And you know, financial scandal man knows, oh, rich people are very wicked. Rich people do not even care. Rich people do not do this. Rich people do not do that. But subconsciously, which means that the things that you hate so much, the things that you don't even have desire for, you can never have it. And the no fan genuinely be no ni scandal out of that incident in or the year akika and same being sikania na sikani hu ye nehi ohun odefo a na odefo hu nehi. So I believe specific incidents and so to me criticize the na ema sika free nipa ho because of that no untwem ben sikani mpo na onim bibia wa kire okwan.
That's right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yenim se sika so to say the canon because obu ane ne kasa kra na otimi ka say just say a friend say sika ne paper ne keke but sika pa wa dream betimi a share light kakra wo sis ye ka say sika wa dream and that means we need a dream for sika ho a na say be dwane eja
Wonya bi Of everyone say and you have for adwenko. And you have for akeka sonko. We say we as yet the wadwemo. As ga for adwen and into the war.
Obisi can be yet in name.
Adwemo.
Yet
we as wadwen.
Yes. As I get here, yet TV susu mana. You have to remember yet susu.
But you ask with this third dimensional word is a word of knowledge.
Yes.
It's a mind's word actually. And into more also more multimedia fighter jets here go. I'm playing on say yana to the biancophobia me can be out teacher. Unim say conform no create normal or more spirit be a ebimuka. I don't know how far it is true, but I mean say engineering laws they produce a normal way. And if there is anything, it's a higher form of knowledge. Our mouths are concentrated over time. And to us as a no, or my dream, no, my beer, to us, the way of Humskano is entirely different from Ohian is Humska.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am information on what me accumulating over years, and in conform to me, no more normal moka. To ones who Musika pet, your debate is so much differently from Ohian is on semi yaki na, which is at the lower level of interpretation of money. And to say, well, here, okay, to say, you see that you can easily move to the spirit world, so to say. Just compression of time and space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, to see, I was find a bar, was a quick. The more you increase the speed, the more you can see through. Oh, the speed of light. Was I see, I was I didn't grant Nippon was the CIA, and I said, let's even use heating process. You can heat a physical material and it vanishes.
Yeah.
Maybe it turns into another form.
Yeah.
So loosely, you can say that it's now in the spirit. Why? Because of the level of knowledge, the level of heat, the energy that is applied.
Yes.
The same with money. One more, the level of knowledge, the level of energy or more processing. And I won't teach you here because maybe it's a spirit, so to say, but it's a higher form of knowledge, which has concentrated over time. Until here, you know, tis I do in a say. Into Becca was saying, Crofoni, the soon be in here, but really, it's not true. It is a more can come chemistry lab near Dina. Was very much intense and obsessed with your person. And because of that, what was a question here. He will not interpret or answer that question with the base knowledge, with a higher form of discovery.
Yeah.
And the more it's the level they operate is entirely different from level of so then until the upper me you won't feel near found goes uncle for your higher form of information. Now we are what so person. Would the same person I know now transfer attitude. Acha 1 year. Now you share one I want to say is like on phone. So because of information in common on where they umudino. We say common ayedino. Your levels. Levels. And now all the Bible crying when Paul can be. Was there the elementary teachings of faith? Lift that one to a higher form of reasoning. Or say no pain on the demand penny for. So the same preaching or you the catcher because of the level of the understanding.
Understanding, yeah.
And at the work the catcher penny for because of our DNA more being. So the higher form of the higher the stronger the truth that you can process, the more spiritual you are. They know the produce psycha results na microphone bi anya no so obi ha oni di nkomo no different and into no mo sika ni bi when young people crowd no di nkomo o so ni business ho asem no ka wo kasika o de koto bank o ka microphone ko share o promote the product to boss no conversation nyina is about those wo so ya no di nkomo yi afen na woni na namba bi basa na gonwum we ba na no na football we ye ko share ye na atade we nye fe na grada San common a ye fanye ye, and until now ye, and you tinanya. The level of operation I want and to me produce that vibration and I said that power na ye dinye sikado because information on ye. Knowledge is power. So which level of power do you possess? And actually, so when you be another when you be now young come ya woody massa when you be a here from come up when you be that. Hey, oh, chance of ACC now pass here. Some come on the and create millions. ACC and come up. Yeah, the salary 500,000. So oh chain block, oh koto block. Oh, yeah, plumber or to the letter. Oh, doko quasi. Your information is creating words. It's uncommon. I don't count. Oh no, which I will be so. May move no more if we had the aqua containers in a deba. Na my coffee form no cry, my partner and Michelle, which nanopa. Well, come millions of once. Anything that will be. So is the conversation.
It's necessary. Yeah, sure. Say, we change here. And I say, Sikabit me at now, and I say, one person is Sikabit everywhere. Level of friends, nay, or more when you contact, so come network.
And I can't come on with over.
Yeah.
And where, a Sika phone come uncle, or more for phone, baby, or more tranco. Phone calls or more uncle. And more form so, and our most of my dress, your money is canning, or mono party deceived. Oh, doctor, lawyer, engineer, about suit about tie, or mon common from middle class, no, or mono drain some way better, but they can do more, far more than what they are comfortable with. But the conversation, and no more network.
You could pay Jumanco,
sir. And no more can oh, you find the 100,000. And it's okay. I mean, if you do 100,000, it's okay because after all, beyond a certain limit, there is no difference between 100,000 and a million. What I got you? This is again one this one man whole limit. Say me 100,000, okay, but you not be below when you 100 me 250,000 a year. Out on you say yes, capa. But will be the chat take it cover private jet 2 days. Is it different from us? No, it's the thinking level. Ending now for foreign network already. Ukuta.
It's obviously a best of the same feathers flock together.
Yeah.
I grow where you need to do. I grow where you need to do. I grow. Tiabe si can be free and hold the beer. Yeah, Kakamko.
Yeah, legend. Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, but say na yes, and I'm aware from your questions too because miss you there. So yeah, legend. Yeah, okay. Oh, watch me. Maybe I'm a question, but watch my audience here. So I'm tempted to say this. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I'll still say it. Once I say I didn't know our dream. So which means we have to really become what we desire to be. Say be person me sikania. I say my dream no. Me fancy me say me person me sikania and I say me all I have to become. But I say me share before mu and I say yeah Ghana for mu for the most part. Now I say yes, you person yes for you person yeah for, but we are chasing it, but we don't want to go through some process be. Tibi amena na o chase kasa wenye bi. No fa chase kasa wenye bi. Ebi ami chase ba mi nyenya. We don't want to become in any process na no. And then when you go through the process, you get the knowledge and the experience. And you have the experience now. Wait then you can get what you are looking for. Me GDS say Hona, let me say we fall short over there. And I know they be leading me to my next question. What's the dream? Legend, do you believe that the way our mind has been modeled is very poor? From Nkwabrim school, I call university, PhD or grad school, the modeling of our mind, Odidi said, "Can't be nama sika intimi and chinayense. Me come model our life holistically."
Yeah. Also, countries who were colonized. They say, yeah, fee a kayi near house and a casa in na fe brofwa befamuno. Yeah, no. Generation now, woman fast training way more money possible near your contact. Or my channel. Let me create significant wealth. Yeah, no, what they buy, a major part of the modeling was to create poverty. And to say, we shall be our school, say money information be, boy. Send into our school. They say do what we invest is here audience who nim bibia unya na wa go school no day wonim mebo really it can't create wealth. It can never create wealth because the wealth conversation is not part of the actual university. So the modeling is true. And I even abroad for that very top 1%, the way they think about wealth and the world is entirely different from the rest of the people. Entirely different. How they think of any specific industry, the volumes, the velocity of money. It's entirely different. And almost our conversation, sending to the almost shared on person this question or name, clicks business man. But is the normal mode dinkomo? So their modeling is different. And once your confidence in what training in school, no. The best amongst us, the information be just go invest. But I can say emphatically, says I invest education. You can't create the wealth that we are looking for. You can't. The best group I'll make my create our wealth now woman we are. Hey, some of one interaction with that model, with that system. Is right. And the proof is there. One more money contact ni be now almost started from you should there not British the entire Britain for pushy as some pass anti-mine. Because at that time, if you estimate it in current value, the worth of gold there is over 2 billion current value now. Or maybe that time, I don't know. So they were chasing a very wealthy nation. That information almost decreases our wealth in a way. Were we taught in school? No. And then none as our 1%, if I. Or more a handful, no, a brofono, a handful, no, or more than Cofona, or more owning all these corporations. Families or make a hold wealth over 200 years. Only 90% of these global institutions. I'm talking of owners, not the people in charge or managing. I'm talking of owners. We don't even categorize them. Into my told the way word below near this animal because they run in trillions. Family wealth is no more in individuals' names. The kind of knowledge and models that they have. School. So it's not in MBA. No. It doesn't matter where you go to that school or where you go for that course. And I'm saying that that kind of knowledge was there. Here. And it's still here. And it's only, sir, maybe it is a despite him. So when you're 3 minutes, been in a dinkomo. Some penny phone, no more creative work now, and your school, and you're buying your politics. We no more dinkomo, some information. Oh, that's why they see billions without a broad infrastructure. And so their model is different. Direct contact in the area I go school, we are very much oblivious, if you want, to this. She owns a say about bringing this onions and I don't know the critics are waiting never to book my mouth. I know
near the amount.
One man home from mouth.
I don't know near the true book amount.
And two kind of baby alpha, but really it's there. And I can tell you, I'm fear more no 2 for many idea. You can see. And no maybe homo yeah. Let me tell you, one of it is that they will never keep all their money in a bank. No. And that's a one account or bank be. Until China buying the bufu and you see in Ira. But the ordinary person can't for physical in Ira. Uncle Fall. To be person or China boss and all locking in. Yes, yeah. One no. So who's any sick $1 million banker? Bear 99% in the baby fufro.
And now it's a diamond size.
They know.
Yeah,
that's it. They know. It is even company formation, how they run their organizations. And yet the actually will know. Oh, no. They won't use it. Until once or more year, dear, no, they were host. I feel no more be a secretary. So,
yeah, so it's our level, no cry, what kind of cry, no, said your kind. Penny for no crown or more level, 1% no crown. If you are 3 minutes with them, crana, you will see, say,
it's different.
I said, yeah,
different.
Yeah,
it's different. Nancy, Michelle Bakumienu. Michelle Bakumienu. She and him, I was my idea, only my idea, when was some of you? Money ding, but what they were kind of opposite the actually in public.
I'm not doing it different.
Yeah, me because yeah, I catch you for no beko. Yeah. But I'm telling you, okay, no my baby answer. Easily.
Yeah, me shaka crano. A beam from a farm hoka. Yeah. Sometimes we didn't come on. Me who batch say, ultimately say, not Nipano crano, only didn't come, which is on no crano and show. The first only didn't come or no highly educated pa Nipano's own share.
One new pay.
Obisan said, then Timias and Manina. One shut down Cusco near me. Yeah, you know, she said, you can any money now, we go up and say,
Debbie. And there you, 200,000 in a car name. Why you loan now? They are talking. Oh, Sanomano, Sanko for one who sit down on Koji Bank loan. One faculty and a bobra. And yet, financial expert in calculating Nisika Mano. Debbie Nisika and any people. Any people, economy in a bit of good name. Oh, Nisika. Now, Womuji so much. Say, Womuji, if you want that native wealth knowledge, you need this so much. Say, Oshawa, when him so go school, when him one can, what be catch up and some of them school I'm going.
That's what
catch up play.
Ohio now. Yeah. And that said, your canon, and yet one day idea, or my yache, one system lady, the system in the Juma.
Yeah,
these are people who are in a second, they are making millions in a minute.
Millions.
Yes, yeah, millions.
Yeah. They are running complex organizations and Ushana. When the secretary pay was in them. These are people with billions.
Yeah.
But no Cusco acquire accountant, you know. Or catch it out because we name you yet. Do one cancel. And yet Forbes never a way to.
Obviously, please say it. Networking. So networking, baby. You see, you pay. Yeah, oh my new phone, oh my new bankuna, and the BPC, you know, a network, and then one day. Say, what? Why do so with time? Now, you dear good. And I'm watch me, shoe anyway, and no, chain. Say, as I prefer no more tumble, no more building, no more traffic. It's not what it takes time. Okay, I said last time, I'm not Fred Craig. I said, I can't about the say, you know, I'm so now kind of Fred is to say, I was saying, Cranity, I said, what was so critical, and yet one day, near takes when for betting happen, but and the normal sense, it takes time.
Yeah,
it takes time.
And to oh, the Oko Krobia, Papa, now when you see cha no. Some information I make oh, and your bank. I'm not talking of a bank manager, no. I'm not talking of an accountant or a doctor, no. Engineer, politician. That's not what I'm talking. I'm not talking of a pastor. I'm talking of some Papa Noah. We see dime the brave Kumasi.
There's no
company. That's school that.
Some conform. Omona Saki in Kuta Umu.
Yes, you suck a can I don't for you, Papa. No be a grant in the that. And then I don't for crack and I'm for you. There's no just a Japan dear pa. Oh, no, chance I know. Yeah. If you're not catching the banner, so yeah, or buy over Faka, we know 2 no Kodoko. Yes, I'm here, no. You know, you okay, pan is okay, or no cash.
Yeah.
And yeah, done for now. Nanky needs to step upon a crown. Who was cassa.
Yeah.
Today, can painful be one or more.
Or more. You'll be Ghana. They've been crying interviews. No more can't. Who said no? Some people say a modern society says anything. Or can't have a cassette. Becca or can't here. Becca say papa you cry crook. It won't mean come on you shoot. But womunim they also mo yedi protect your mon sika na omonyan. And when him say sa the kwasibro ni ahyehyɛ no wo de kwa musika na enche be to form. It won't say yankofo bi kro mo timi status of mo business so mo follow abrofo no method no wo and business na gugu.
Yeah. Ebre.
Gugu. Yes. But omo hedge omo ho no. With that traditional wealth knowledge, you know. You know. You know.
Yo.
Yeah.
Adreno, see it means to say the hecano. Money knew who sa. Money knew who sa. Your friends say, Emma Marie say, mon share. I'm more like na share. Money knew who sa. Your word, your friends and networking see in your be kind. And said the legend taking. Kakra, so what's here? At least we be. Yeah, and one day.
No.
You know. Hey, it means men yen is said the Kuja. A yabutre, build it, o now build a network. Naka crack a crowd was a fear, be point to be no. Now so was our level. So be found quadia, because he may be saying kind of, if you say on crown, you could. Yeah.
Nane. So catch on ye, and maybe also only about Asia or USA.
Oh, yeah, I'm on your hair. Oh, me say me catch him because I'm missing the diagram. Me catch and say, oh, not or can or make key statement because program you baby. Me make speech and now me make it so on the book moody. My sister say yeah, buy or make example about near be or any investment be or the me can opposite. I will take faith no within time bear 300,000. So that time I can I didn't bear 3 million.
Yeah.
So and you just say now they make an all start sana yes and no yeah, but I'll do point here, which is true, especially say you can bro for any man crowd say Lemarx and say or money aden. Systems are more useful because Lemarx say or Tesla 1 GP the pay no the J shares. It is shares now. The formula you see and to tax that. It that shares no worth about 13 billion or the bank. Na bank na money ska amani loan. You tax loan so. It was 1 billion loan now. The worth of that you see 30 million. On to your tax. Yeah, what's the NG way? Ewo reference way no so. Na bank ben out the 13 billion about 1 billion on farm. Yeah, yes, and I know no one it's ka 4 pound more yes aden.
You know where?
Yeah, it won't tia it can legally won't tia tax more ways on betting I money tia.
Almost say, maybe say me say about Kubi Kasem. Or say be a company near be say $500 million. Or person they call billions that obey and say 500 million or value ya no the co bank, no the company na guarantee. Yeah, man, 3 billion.
Yeah.
Automatically the company was invest their company no could be 6 billion.
They have so many ways almost there.
It's like
they say na masena o diagro. Eti on tia tax bia apart from to pay 1 pay 1 pay.
No president is out. Do this.
One year or copelo kra na adini 200 timika say 500. Say no 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 the agilo no we na federal tax force debi 200. I'll say I don't need 500 I bet you low. I feel the loan no we I'll say 200.
Also saro munyi na ye also saro munyi na ye ono pe na
it will be a team away. Yeah. Yo. I said yes, you can say they come say yeah, my phone say then you bedru ha na. Ya bit me drum nya no to say. na kakra muje na mu tie asem na mu sua ade hu ne saa do beka so mu sua ade omo na o saa nkofo no omo na ni address of so yeah agro no we this na agro no free home
and also start early.
Yeah, it's very important. More your friend saying kwesi age no mo ye yi pa my lucky say mo nya bibi say ya mo tie ntem wo starting ntem a beboa papa yo ye hwa de no say kwan ben so na be fa so a se sika dwane free ho no kwan ben so na betimi aye a yin say de nye billions ye ba kakra na e ba na ade betimi kura protect na say one sika na e betimi afo so say bakra etimi tina kakra because it's kind of special background in time se munche nti ye hwe points be na betimi dia man ya be ma yeah special is keep dwane free ho if you say so ne bi na dia to yense mu because ebi wa obi wo mu nya bi kura eno ye different dwane free nche no obi wo so otimi nya bi so eno so kura na so ne no o se microphone
Boni se mutokro
omo di na chi ebra obi obefa bia
me dey say from 20 to 40 also show hosopa na you don't live extravagantly. Maybe from 20 to 30 to 40, that to 20 years. So start here human tema we are in your 20s. That is the time to build the base. Okay. It means that one of the ways is that you don't have to live beyond what you have. And you don't have to live to impress anybody. So what is if you really want to build significant wealth? It could mean say baby out also around about 10 years. Even though you have millions. It could mean say car so long as it's safe to drive, you may have to maintain that. It could be say manage school fees, also monitor no. Because that is the time you are accumulating the base. Go for about mudin na do na the 60 something. 70. Yeah. Go for be who to that Rolls Royce mo e krom ha no. Omo mudin fife enya aye no. Very few are in their 20s or 30s.
That's true.
Yeah. But when they were 40, 30, they were accumulating. It is all your dreams. When you see can now flashing na. One say sika kese no won hu bi. Won hu bi da. And won hu bi a men ka say uti na enye. O sika ba won sem na o hye no. One of the key ways is also show so papa. Now we are intentional. So I'm not going to waste money. I'm not going to waste money. Especially, no I'm broach the ground. In fear me and Sabia person talk out mono. Now the boss was a son of refinance. Where is your investment? This is the time to build asset base. Say your business, say your properties. Oh, be a water on him said these are assets. A bit more cash flow. Into one be 40 no teams and outside no man when you be in the Africa and can start you have not built it. No. From 40 after now be springboard to be either a shoot to a so big level. Over a honorable Japan you go and check. Yeah. They were building that time. But yeah, one on do 35 or talk CBC or you approve so no, you are not there. You're not there. And so that is the time to build. That is the time to build, not to be wasteful.
Yeah, and let it Niao Kano also done the killer my see me about the boss. Or since that time na even Peace FM, Ship House, that Peace FM original now so that time the man was still renting. Yeah. Those days not Peace FM original now so but I think he was still renting. Indeed, a lot of us are seeing him so walk car will be auto museum they say but why you money more and as you say you the end product but
so how old is he now?
Doors, no. I say so when you're 63 or 65.
That's right. See?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's also 35 no person go to Rolls Royce by all means.
That's a problem. No. The problem no. I did about 20 years. I per se we school now 2 years.
Yeah, now, I don't know. And to us, you might want an idea. It is a one as uncle for this guy, unya bio. So, press Would do sick and you could see mansion. Me was only company, only properties, be hotels and hospitals, I can say only be. I was sick and you know what gather the Akusi mansion, but I couldn't only a party on a boys never every weekend. You will not be worthy.
Yeah, your time I'll say is you.
You go, okay, if you could say at least there should be. Also, at least when the workers grow, also obey 200 workers. If you feel now, Timuna, now if you can't out the Muna, I don't go say you. But only Bakokra, but cow them, be $100,000. It goes on teaching the business, that business to raises his gun, and he says, oh, the base, you know. The Kotoka can say a person watching for so a day. When you know, until despite take us that time, that's still all build it, no rent it. So, and it's all share Sasikana and can multiply, sir. That's something about the car over to their building. Wishing that you will never multiply. So, because what about Coco Shimon, 2 no bit mark 4 in 10, 4 bit mark 8 in 10, 8 bit mark 20 fast. 20 can get to 100. If you get 100, you can get to 1 million.
Kwame, your friend saying, I see you do. Say, so please, that means if you are building wealth, we can't help people because when we give the money, some money out, you can't have enough savings.
Oh, I mean, no, Papa. Wait, my boy, but you have a budget, a fraction, a little fraction. But so be now penny man or banning you know, be sure go to the over.
And when you ask, and I want many pennies that's one worry. One episode question. I was supposed to happen no matter who.
Essential school fees.
Of course, because you see Nipan uncle worry.
Annie.
Say Nipan uncle worry, what worry via. One say one and Shankoran. When I was for him. I think because between Jeremy fees I feel and I won't pay you yet. So it's one of the Nipan's cast uncle worry there was I believe there was so Nipan. Enabling if you see a system enabling it too much. Especially on more bridge. You know, na edwuma bi eni ho omo nidi one first na wo na nidi.
Enye no kore edwuma wo ho na wo ye kwadwofo onim se discover ba.
Yeah.
Messi go for call by day no enye edwuma. Nipa bebre gina kwa ho ton no ma bi mu wo shop mechanic nipa no bebre was prefer obia no so wo nyare a akwadworo na ye no enye edwuma no eni.
Madam fu ba ko ba o Ghana crisis here. Na osi woye ne dan ho adwuma anopa sorry anopa nkrofo na eyifo na ye no so so no yi nuane ade osi the opposite young guy bi o na ebo be 8 10 mse be 9 ho na young guy na fratna in the opposite he no so oti so say oti wo no so no hwe no ye adwuma no wo yi nuane bi wo koba ne ade osi after a while na guy na ba boss I want be to you know what ya when say me back and forth, at least how boy me crank meeting am baby.
Right.
Also on any kasaya ni adia no say so person we mo ska. Blocks you go you could go hanu. O say nka no person hwe na adwen keke. You could go hanu ma e cha me ba. Also ye boss. So far back no hwe no so say far back me nu third one we say on e grow. Kokra, you know, I grew away. This you perceive yes can by a for instance system. The be also full. You perceive be full sad by be as pursue yeska. Any jumasa, you know. Yeah, because you will be
yeah. Anna legend.
Pacho, your friends, I'm say Akosia Jimai. Well, my number also pen, also will be number. Akosia Jimai.
That will be so pay history. I could see gather history books, but now be pay number and send be or be share link, you know.
Okay. Yeah. Next I saw the send the number na kasa. Why? Yeah. Because you claim say was here kasa. Me here. Yo.
Yeah, legend. In the say o share yeah, culture now. I say yeah, boy, maybe a warfare and share. And so share warfare. Say it's very good to do that if your old boy are from also ebusianumu. But then at what point now Tibia branchia wasisu abayo wasisu we adwuma kakra eba onsem. Yeah, per solution to this problem no. How can our people detach emotions or emotional blackmail from their financial freedom?
Also, she cannot be systemic, structured. There must be a plan. And yeah, will be a only plan. One is can win you be. And to say, sorry, I'm better no until I hear from Dawson. Because oh, Kodoko for hours, or just as now control now your phone. And son, what's me to be? Will be I know bit my bomb pie mask go phone in it. So, but yet, you one day I catch and go for and say, sorry, now this cap out quantity and ambition. So, there has to be a structure. To the same, what you say, what to Sikana go now, the Mama Busha for a Chesa won't know ye, no, you don't have a plan. Because I also despite or hind dying, as you know, or companies like I say, also see dying companies in the table. The ordinary person going as hard in it, but you can see that them.
Enjoy me,
Add your fans. I mean, I can say, as that crown and a human or paper be aren't it?
No.
Sir,
I thought that a crack as at a Nigeria any ma so parties go on and pedro every weekend be a Sata wouldn't issue, would you pay it? What you must say, didn't I call?
Yeah,
it's it.
And to what I want to told him saying to send comfort to me convince so at one answer some no to me you are. That is still ocean. You do maybe any so much to be you be especially Ochira or so to Miss Aqua and Nidaho. Into a bar, no as I can compare my.
I'm coming maybe.
So there has to be a structure. Oh, for be of here what when you need and the immediate say will do tin on so bebo offer. And I hear na the bebo. But so chichiri ye deepa or a plan of a plan. It's a plan. It's about 20, 30, 40-year plan. I will follow. Will follow your income, the savings, the investment where you are investing. Which category of business I always obey my master. You're projecting your inflow increasingly. So Sikabi Kobe will need the car on him says drew this level of meeting. You are focused on this structure. And over time, once a uncle for no sabi
yes, it is a because you scan
Sir, I've
schedule but because what building systems now to a point say you say a bimo will be used to 75 what you're spending what started bracket crana much 75% of your income no they will spend it will save be a better 10% be our 15% investment. Who make it you say 100,000 a year be okay. But started to make it 500 1 million I was a 10 now you invest 75%. For 15% count me you should. Yes.
Yeah.
It would me within 10 years. So yes, within 10 years. After a while, what building so many systems to say they can every second, every minute, the money is coming in.
Yeah.
You know. See, the yes, and that's scanning the nation because after I say but since you that time will be one crying as a scar neighbor. Which is night me try see baby. I say in bit me I say young right. Why yet to say the be a beginning of time go time go yeah. Yo, because your question maybe. Because your question. Come now freezy. Okay. Yo, tina can to send niema the bit me the aboy ho bit me the aboy ho ban this side to asoma or
yeah until that said I can say your plan you
follow
na I can so yem for any actually
yes
na yem pen go for nipa bit me no manantie na tembia no so you say is constant growth.
Yeah,
at no point you are more rested uncle for more rested what didn't take years class still they are investing
baby.
Yeah,
constantly.
Yeah, example Warren Buffett or 96 because he was 96 right.
I think 96
yeah I think I'm for Wouldn't say if you are Otinem from autonomous 1940 something, if you know that's it.
Nebraska.
We're talking of it's the same as one of the fifth richest, or about 106 billion. Yeah, and so still no. If you're Tinema, you move in like was a Sikana. This guy started investing at the age of 12. Statistics scratch say if Koye or started say normal person say be a man for school be at 21, 22 no started so investing. And we jai to say be 60 and PNTNK. The lecture say the okan a constant omon ji omahone de bia said the okay despite mono 20s starting
yeah
and one na still drew I think I was a junior man
and go for because I catch up some retirement so
yeah, legend. My question about maybe some young men and women say on say as a youthful exuberance be and on say message ya uchire be braina mabru be braina no on say the entie nkwa wie o otie one or two part bia na ma catching your kano na as a open ho so kwakwa de kwakwa bibi. And at the end of it, almost no a very terrible mistake. And see, you to know basic assembly. Do we need motivation or we need discipline?
Before so answer will be question be a very interesting answer na me pachawa. Or say when am for 20 near here. I don't know pass on kotonzu after we school no. O koya na. Yeah advice no. Kotonzu.
I want Ontonzu. I want Ontonzu.
Now, if papa no say what do you school no because usually I know opposite the other way around. It when him is making him so tonzu or tona kesim.
Sir, Ontonzu. Obey him.
Where they will name.
And motivation or say no can say. So we see at the end of the day, it should be part of you. But they said the old Barbara Bona be driving a baby copies over 3 years.
Yeah.
It's part of you. You can't relax. So long as you want to be in the game, you must train constantly. And he said, also, yeah, na yetem is your deal. Is your deal tambia you be some questions here to your deal from kind books, videos. Mo videos me hwe to da bia yekokuma se a eno ana ye hwe go bia na me takachi am ntibo se bit ma hwe 3 kwa oba sa so I watch a lot of videos. Why? Because we feel who pe work of form no kura ni say vanze be 2006 or baby you started say I mean about Ghana you started say person no man that time na internet is popular sir and so must be the first thing about Chrome, the first time you connect to internet. So there are a lot of programs that I'm sharing. Then you Ghana TV na because now grown also. So there were a lot of business programs. Many of them were American programs. Dragons then and all those programs, I watched hundreds of them. A lot of motivational preachings. A lot of these preachers, their messages, books, written them. There was a time I'm to track cafe baby so before say be internet no kra cafe we documents go na bag bo achi I say we from boche ba we from high school boy no but now the boys didn't even me there are a lot of documents that businesses here some of them are prepared some documents I mean each say we have not deviated that much from those documents. It was constant with Sky spending on CD, audios, listening, watching, data, books. Say investors as you can know these shares they will be in millions. And it's not even that alone, no, because I'm here national service or Santasi. The same will be on Nimbia or by Via and as Obaba Biaramtia. That's it. Books. That's, I think, for many of us, you should need direct obi so sadwako. And I said obi shedan chira sound my way muno. So what the additional, especially as our school, because here we have problem. Yes, one them. Me and I many years as no Simon, and as we just as no Simon, 15 years no Simon. Me we invest in what did 10 years in business.
Yeah.
So that itself is the school is an advantage for him. Me na fe na me ba betrayo. Wo ya no kreba kasa ka so kopɛ adwuma. Kon so we ko kakra no so ne ba pɛ kasa so kopɛ adwuma so ko kopɛ on no ma so kopɛ adwuma. School na. So so if you don't catch up and even crowd that content na na pay no. O say that foreign kakra. So to even bring it to your level no crowd, that was a heavy work. And you need a lot of information, a lot of data. And sadly, many of us go for a confidence and show money the more can. We can't bear with it. It's a sad reality. If you want to create wealth and build business, because in some of them almost also. We say, yeah, kind of one. Person when you freedom now build something significant bigger beyond you. But when I'm saying they just want you to have a job and something and a car and a house. That's it. And be okay. Yeah, no, yes, someone on Tessa. Now, no, be sending me video. No, be sending out there when I'm so. We'll be under the opens will produce. We want to produce freedom, people who are free and wealthy. It is some kind of handle. It could be heavy because we want you to play at the top level. The 1% is not the 99%. And the 1%, as we said, they don't think like the rest of the people. And so person play that level up. Then you have to be constantly studying. Yeah. And shut down your school now, shut that information down. What do you go about? It's just the skill at school, the content. You have to go and develop a whole new content for over 20, 30 years. And so what you made baby pack, sir. Go for see much. Who will be answering, sir? When's Muntem? Information they could understand yet. So you shouldn't be shocked that you'll be average. You will not be able to, be a trailblazer in any industry.
Right.
So that's why you go for the two. You study. Momo, they're a bit more predictable. Just I'm joining politics. Joining politics is not hard. You join politics, your party wins, you can become a minister. It's not difficult. You just have to withstand insult. But to build yourself, you need a higher information. And even when you join politics and you want to do something significant, you can't use that content. You can't. And the minister wants to share beyond school, no one to be significant. Obey the only bit my.
Yeah.
President who is not studied well cannot do much. It will be the status quo. So constantly studying and challenging your thought will set you apart from the rest of the people. So you don't negotiate it. And it's not in a course school where you can't want to develop your own curriculum if you want. And operate at that high level. So it's motivation constantly, it's discipline constantly.
Constant. Yeah, when you say mongrels tax beer. I say, yeah, but we should want. Biano, you try to be it also sad and can say. So, yeah, when it comes to self-development, world building, this animal, you want to look so mongrels to say, I say, I didn't mean to me, yet the was it, and the Biano was me. And so I was say a part of it. Once said you can, a part. Want the people to operate at the top level. Yeah. And yeah,
you can relax.
A constant study all the time.
It's a long one. Yeah, you're born some books are how you're reading. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, oh, you know, got us ready. Oh, ready,
yeah. Big 80. Tell me also the books to be
now. All great men.
Acquire our Facebook.
Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg.
Ferocious.
Yeah.
They're constantly studying, and they are not studying for exam.
It's still almost steady. You get me? They still study. They tell you they read about 4 books a month.
Yeah.
they read all the time. Obviously, the
more school for no here and come be na mudi. Can come on go from come book home come. No.
Now when you have who can now be the flow be twem.
In common old school cry, teacher will cry, say, and this is about 8 years ago. So why do we keep going back?
I want to know sometimes to say, who build it that person go that route now. Now I say, well now for cry no. There was a minim say now na a program be buyer. Almost all of a sudden we say I say now for cry no. Now link no so take a because now you are thinking the things you say you do different. That level no is changing.
TDJs.
Jakes.
Oh, TDJs, yeah, Bishop.
The book we told me 2003. Read a lot of his books. No books we go have come meet me that you. Barack Obama book we. See. Yeah. A lot of these books Lincoln use because we wanted to just content doing it.
True, because if you don't read that, and I also read it wide, so you read. Yeah, it came to a time now me read 4 books in a month.
Legend, you're muted. So I muted.
Oh, you're mute. What? Oh, you're mute. What?
What am I got?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm off of officer. What read here?
Books be break. I can you. Be break go form. Me who kura na mama bra mo beti ma ton de ahwe mo. O beti ma ton be break hundreds of.
Yo, Kwame ne ya mo ha me mama djuma Kwame. You know, be also opese or fu or D&D opese start here. Man advice man patch me need nothing. You do about say reaching yenhwe. Kakam. Yeah, I'm so
I'm reaching out for advice on crucial decision. I was teaching and running a transport business, but initially diverted funds meant for business growth to build a house. Now, with the business restarted, I'm torn between pursuing master's degree and focusing on my entrepreneurial venture. My workplace environment, where many colleagues hold master's degrees, adds to my dilemma, especially with less than 10 years until retirement. I appreciate the guidance on your career. Wow.
I say, a phrase, masters. I don't want to mean you're doing on your masters. No, see, we just know which I said. I don't want to mean you both.
But masters, no. Question is that.
But you take you 1 credit. Pay, take you when you'll be on competition.
Right.
We'll take you 1 credit. It's okay.
And of a better fee, you say, baby, also, I'll say retirement is fast approaching, you know. Masters, no.
7 how about you? And I'm
saying, masters, is it coming to add
anything?
Something to me? Because masters and your scholarship, meaning baby, or say Ghana, there. But Ghana, once spending, which means spending close to about 35,000, depending. And the question is it going to add anything to the current salary? You know, and I always say, and also share business not all in more. How far would the business work grow? Also, we do certain ABR or no, yeah, because some more more you may be brain now or masters, but behind closed doors, no more so my country, a cow, modia, or Gini payer, or the quote loan or G or the choir masters. No, may somebody like me, I'm at that level, Semeko school bima. If I'm not getting CBA scholarship in FND, my hard-earned money mean from school. Because I feel like whatever thing that you are learning in the school, say scientific research, they need a credential. They've scammed us in so many ways. You wouldn't really need it. You wouldn't really need it. Say be R&D, be on here P, they know the be obey. But say beyond that, na ejuma more masters or say na promotion. But you ask yourself that promotion, how much is it really adding to your salary? Number one. And the time that you've wasted to go through all those process for the school, no, saying come to call business be more. How much am I going to also earn? I think that is where he needs to be looking at it from, because right now he's torn between Adjumano and they say be on first can be so and quiet masters, and then also retirement is approaching. Unless I didn't read it right. But
No,
Adjumano, yeah, Adjumano and the retirement table are very tricky.
Fred's when you know cotton adrenal, obey better off. Me feel say yeah we are CSC Drew. Sani man, I'm not for me feel some money a big issue. Me who say was a big issue, sir. I don't know what's a big issue.
Of a modeling now.
Who will be any competition? So still the school now. We bet me both. We bet me still take you one credit. Your friend said one course. 3 credits, right? One course. Man, how say 5 years? We said because it was because I mean, sure say add anything to the income. Oh, a Juma no person yin. If you are one, a be or person ye or person, I give you a person who come and I say I can be a person or jeka. Eh, bet you one credit all the time after time. I'll be when you be any. To say now I can say the BBA be a one for the promotion near the year. By Freddie or say Uncle Tony one.
Yeah, of a modeling even yeah, how say I want to cry. One say offer in no movie high school or full right scholarship no bekwa is very good. Uncle your degree, no, that is fine. But who how of a baby? One say we school now for us oh yeah, school, but share my papa, a bini wa I'm gonna be pushing. They would have to go for a loan, but we have an alternative for community college. Our community college, financially, it will be a best decision sometimes for the parents. Not on one crown or crown, but you don't, on the average, of a bed, be a winning some information more than me. On the average, Obiko school, I think a year they are spending about maybe 30,000 or maybe 35,000 to year school, not loan, maybe close to 80,000 or more. So
cheap school cry.
Cheap school, no, and only a cheap school, no.
40,000 a year. A
year.
Yeah.
And those class 1 loans, no, so parents no hearing us all concern according to we school because say on our side at that time in Abia on your day, so and a lot of people have not a jumam and mommy who say they are so fine. Abia be a free banner, so be the high school certificate now. Abia so the degree and the echo, but there are few of them won't say onukuta the masters. Me boss in kuta the masters, but me kuta masters, but only to America. So financially, it doesn't really sound right, right? Maybe I me koi because nation so use school, we degree we are masters, we are a PhD. But what was the reason behind me doing it? It was because your model madrin is
who follows suit.
Yes. Yeah, model madrin. So I think that is where he needs to be looking at it from. So retirement na masters sikano. Say nye juma na sponsor no no ni sika koya. Or the share business no ma eno beboa. Eno beboa. Depending on the age now, because when you hit a certain age, so we have the advantage. I keep telling young ones no. But I believe say more hitting more than 40, no. If you hit certain age, you don't have room for say we may try. Like you do what is really needed. That is going to push you to get the results, not near asset. Or the mami or minyaka ho yeah, menya credentials na but then no. Now behind closed doors no. So now sikasam no so ebia enkoye. So
I'm up for questions will have a break. I didn't mean to catch you.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
Because you read my
problem. Yeah, also the question say, please, I'm a pupil teacher and I operate a barber shop. The money from the barber shop is better than the income from the school. Please, should I quit? There's or child your people teacher sign 3. But sika onye free a 3 more than so child. You know that's the own guy at the chair and say on focus on a barber shop. Anna we Mr. Isaac Akwesi. On say Nadam for be yeah, okay, well, we computer science now apply, but meanwhile, he has only learned stuff from YouTube. He was good at the interview level, and up to now, he has not even asked for his degree in computer science. That was in USA. Oh, okay. I think so. Any question, but Or say Juma he doesn't even have the degree, but he learned everything from YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't really have to go to school to go and do
Responded
anything.
to the other guy, no. Yo, Mr. Obey, what's it, Baba Shop, no? When you teach Baba Shop, Baba Shop, nobody said no.
Colonial syndrome, no, colonial sickness. Yeah, no, that's your problem. You pay you your certificate. Yeah, people teach there's own game. They will tell you as a barber name for master man. And go your business na school you go. I won't go to any college. So your people teacher.
We can what was teaching class say? What teaching class say? Barber name more than the way. That means say you focus on we now be make it be more.
Yeah. He will double the efforts.
Yeah,
unless a chrono so no teacher need be anyhow.
Yeah.
And one I will they are fine.
Okay. Anyway,
you say you need information. That's why we have to really press. We have to get a lot of information. You need information because we'll be our retirement. I can our retirement. Why is you man without some access now when you are so what's the point? It's investment ben or apart from say you mama or retirement is here you your information question easily something there should be an investment. Go use that money to invest in something. What do you need a degree for? Who is the guy saying? Now. Oh, yeah, maybe yes, I'm masters. Why? Yeah, away. Any sorry. And brocheko, yeah, namu misamibi. Oh, here na my phone.
Fred. Yeah, go Fred. Ready?
Mr. Bain, hi, Mr. Bain, good evening. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mr. Bain. Good evening.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we have feedback question. Okay, I think so. Okay, all right.
Yeah, you're okay.
Okay, all right. I think money mistakes. I think I broached it na me discipline kakra. But me ba na see ya ni me keep records be I realize say ya ni charity no a dose of until this month I decided say I won't go beyond 5%. Until my realize say sika the chain for obi here way no send ya command no. It can be a drain on you, especially so they always the feel say we'll be here there also 100, 50, 100. No, it tends to add up into this month there. My I think I think around 2 or 3%. I'm there charity and it feels good. So what I say at least your money that you've worked hard for, no, you are just not giving it away on a silver platter. I think one of the money mistakes. And another money mistake I think say I see around near. If anything, say person for say you you are who you are. It's Kenny, but I think say my papa can same and it's always been as a guiding light. Or say Sikeni, you don't need to tell people see Sikeni, you manage. Say the way the way near and a chair say Sikeni, and a Sikeni be also a Sikeni pan because the new manager. It's a said you mean Mr. Ben that Sister Marie, you knew more who almost nam no she would get cry will be any saying you picks for them. It's careful be miss me papa people who won't show be as is kenny but numa and one thing I'm realizing is abroche no wa car a ring of fusika me say for the longest one my car most expensive car was $800. We create from 2003 me tune be 3 years next I'm my auction up to $800. Now me drive 187.
Wow.
If you drive 7 kilometers one way. Now me go Juma 187 kilometers one way. Now me the cover. Tune be 2-3 years I ran it down my photo into me wo me second child no. And I will need to marry and kwaya bam and they bend papa. But no car no. Man koto brand new car.
When you say yo
Bobo is car no kaka. And I'm a koto car me turn outright. In turn the cash. And when I me use Mr. Ben me daba Ghana ha me use na last ambition na me team no.
yeah.
Me turn a 2-year-old car. Inti once again, me papa so say car same this also debate 23. He had money to buy brand new Mercedes. One thought that would be 60 something or koto be. And then as I said, every 5 years they are no at all. For Mr. Binka delay gratification. The no can come me to move. Obey be there, those can Tadia Kessi and then put on the side. Name my dear asset and mercy cover dear. And no do me and buy a good one as I don't spend money. To say be a can come no now for more brooch or more Ghana a brand and bit me as a shade ma. A brooch and don't shade my difficult but to be out of property any too old that you don't spend money fixing. So Tiasia. Until Kotsa now worry no pay 2 bedrooms they are renting while your basement when they are renting for what's now 3 years, 4 years away you quit to another one. You keep that one renting. 2 bedroom by the time you get to 34, 35, you have about 3 or 4 properties. And no to me come back so better Ghana have because you have that always generating money for you. Yeah. So Tiasia, these are some of the money principles you can do as a young man. I told me first house around 27. Our approach and 1 year did you want to date. Yeah, that's what you did. This is about card there and treasury because we both is of whom we days are whom we crown Casam, why you think they be by a rash of the on him. We both and your work. I think one and a masters funny day. I'll be point blank with the masters and treasury. Those days are near pay pay Jumano. They catch yours a first degree penny here. So many PhD, we had 2 years, 3 years experience, or bachelors have 10 years experience. In the absence of PhD, a work experience works. Me na me hire uncle for PhD for bar me boss, so me make sure what to do in treasury. In here for you to do something. We man only here and your PhD, no masters, no. Who could do? You have 10 years away from 60. Why are you going to waste money and go and do a masters for? For what? If you tell me what is it for? Mm-hmm. Why you Jumano for over 20 years without masters? It took for you to feel good and here drink coconut oil. People also Mr. Obiwodian the man could throw challenge to people. Go and watch videos on how things are manufactured. Vegetable oil, drink any coconut oil or my bleach, without taste. No, people are getting them Ghana, me go masters, go PhD, go simple things and make me a fat. My polishing can cry and make millions out of it. So it's more wasted time, PhD this, masters this, they bend this. Even Yensa say ready and chroma and food ready. And for the organic diet. Mm-hmm. The organic diet. The red earth here and then my nam so I am fine. The organic diet. People should watch simple manufacturing, simple no munjai masters ni PhD or munjai asumi. They say kwa shim kwa sana kufu bibiri na mwa doctorate ya kwa sana muni doctorate bia. Omu title no mu. Mr. Don't
Ghana na Nigeria.
Maybe a masters this PhD. I don't know what I want to say that.
Freddie, I'm a teacher who also run a memo business with wheelbarrows, also renting. Please, I want to enter into cassava farming, but I don't know whether I should reinvest the money into my momo business or go into farming. Freddie, what in your mind?
Farming a long-term project. It takes about, if you say cassava, I think 6 months before you can start to harvest. But momo there, would you go right away now? You start turning your money over. In that the farming, the other part, all my momo turning over and do say you like 100,000, 200,000 in momo. Then we could use share farm because farming is a kind of when you lock the capital for at least the next 7 months, 1 year, depending on the variety more better obe farm nti no dey say on making sure in the momo no at least we're maximizing it to the point where he can afford to take some money and go and put the farm.
Yo, yeah, that's it.
I think someone made that.
Was it
No
not
master
I know can be
video on manufacturing that. Also, exposure generally, exposure to industry, to product development, innovation, or for more. And you're because you're exposed to it. And the Okano no crepa so we started our share processing, manufacturing, product development, innovations, or internet and so cry. Click be team kakra because the entire degree in law ni MBA theology ni it's because the other side they move the economy and kasano. We were cut from it. So Fred Muse only say we school acquire industry no it's he knows it. But many of us, even with technical education, a lot of my mates, they are in banking, or government work or Omakoyelo MBA.
Even see your pastors.
Oh, thank you. Be more sorry, Nyangro. So industry itself, the driver China economy, I don't know. That knowledge is very far from even people with technical knowledge. Very far. Until was a business idea be built manufacturing and as a processing because it's far from you. Until the baby said the empty sorry. And I political so because those are the ones that you see.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that you see. But maybe watching more videos will click something in us.
You see, the first class, if for your friends say first class, my beans are no more medicine, second class for also I call law, third class now call politics.
Thank you. Hey, you, exposure.
But legend, how can you true? Me what Kanye West, chemistry lab say chemistry lab ABA unya all the necessary apparatus and as ABA equipment in here obey me now but then particular denomination day, but that denomination fire your music and the intimidation, but then a lot of them were able to come together, discover see like maybe some sorry that can see it. Like I say, your music can't train on fire. But then some of these same people also never complain. Oh, your lab no cry, no buying a bear. But then when we were able to come together, we were not able to put up a industry, be producing, be manufacture, baby. Yes, see a dia on a sorry. I'm not main say like I said, Timin showing your fire. But then imagine says and Kabum nya be a you could see dino. Senke say nya san Kabum no 10 years ago, Ananke di ura into manufacturing, into production. Kaba now. Enyini ama fa fufuro adwuma anko bi akoka university o nya adwuma kaba now. Or yeah, about what we made who is it employing? Or what revenue is it generating and nipa betimi are benefiting directly from it. See how so ya dia legend ye school no ya dream that say ABI produce bibi just few ones be my name friends and I develop product and na kwa no kra no ni hu ni say na emphasize say I didn't know your tech ye develop product ni nam ni chi na ye kwa koton. Because professor Katro said, Munye na munko grad school abrochi. Na munko ede munko bo masters ni PhD ni say, benya oka bi ni that kind of, but never did they even occur to us Bianca yenye the push our product na developing. Senke pushy ya kabana maybe we have a best selling product, but ubia you school.
As a matter of fact, first degree is okay for industry. They said the first very time. Anything beyond that in your industry. Me can say me internship or machine shop. When you say typical machine shop kakrebi ko turning late machine some machines we use. Me mate now be brown no up to date. We school. When some machines. You can't even identify that until so we call crap because a national service need to caterpillar truck engine, you know, the pump, and the amount first feel. And assuming say the one call national service and also one call internship in those no we school no acquire or bank and also charity. Okuta engineering degree dikako. Machine that you can't identify any machine. Let her not even fix it.
Oh, there was a machine. It was a machine. But very probably mechanical engineer. That be too water. We see you took a left and right. Must have been by the practical. Hey, mechanical about maybe who super boy. I was there. What did this get? Masa, maybe the compare mechanic.
Yeah, but industry, and I don't got now about 4 years. By all means, you pick something. And if you have a build the industry.
Yeah.
So the reason many of us can't build industry is because the exposure was not there. It was very far.
Yeah, because we share the can come Kenya. I have say I know you. Zogabe. To say the stage ya. I know the free school almost form a group. We input on the call almost started Facebook. What did they mention? You know, we share a Microsoft so you're kicking out. You know, I'm more in for no tenancy. I'm almost starting.
Yeah, the other guys I'm going masters.
I don't encouragement. I'm all for encourage you. I'm so on. We are bit school person over call bit me akọ. But no here at the end no.
Yeah.
Fresh where we are now. Freddie.
Mr. Beck, I think Mr. B machine how can you CNC machines no you know. No, I say delete no CNC machine. Me starting my first job at Butcher and I'm here the operating saw machine. What I'm who saw machine, grinding machine, CNC operating machine. I make go invest. I thought was in remember. It just goes to show you say industry interior no nyina every time simple machines e betimi aye ye nko for adwen ko na agro nko a pencil na ma pencil de be method to invest de be msi nyina
yeah me person me can uncle Fred akano
because I don't think Mr. Bean, I hope people understand where the world is going. Yet CRISPR technology, people are doing gene editing, they are doing people just it blows my mind. Because I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. Do people know where the world is going? Let's you see, they're sad, crazy. Iran is sanction or mass sanction. Look at what they are doing. Obi a sanction, I say the world doesn't trade with them. Yet it tell my grown kind of people in shock. And then Papa no mudim komo gold mining. I say, I'm saying we can mine gold. I'm saying, Madam Bakoka, so you didn't think South Africa we knew the value of gold. Now, if you knew the value of gold and can buy him for more day. If should tell you where people mines are, and you attack them. I love but they are a problem for us, a big problem. It doesn't let people's mind explore. A big problem. And you don't need.
Yes, question. Are we saying PhD and masters are not very important? Of course,
let me tell people. PhD and masters, it came from people doing before no. Now you have PhD masters. What's now on our child? They are work no. What church or papers are? Now my PhD. That was what it came back to. It came down to one conclusion from Ubi. What university or what child there? I industry. Me say research am I over 10 years. Me do co-invest be catch on this. Me research my books in that by almost one PhD. And based on the works you've done, not what somebody has done.
Hey, what was that?
Is that true?
It looks like even there's confusion in the academia.
So I say, Mr. Medicine, before you now you require apprenticeship. Yeah, far 18 years. Now put your medicine will be no other doctor. As soon as we can 18th century, that's how they used to do it. That's how they used to do it. Until remember for money, yes, PhD, no, you need PhD, but me, yeah, never seen PhD before. I'll tell you point blank. We need professors be contrast for Ghana Atomic Energy. Now, never make a catch up. They had no clue. We need PhD, I have just a bachelor. Yeah, Juma.
Freddy, you had no one one on a PhD was a master's. No, she what do you say? When an imsinu.
And then so don't find my life because I'll tell you to tell me what you've done. You know what are you doing with it? You're running companies, Fortune 500 companies, on buy and then tell what you do. You're starting the own factory. Mr. Ben, just last week, a branch of framing. And Ghana, I just feel sad. When you see you up a sort of machine, a year which where you background. MDF, EDF boards, or a sort of machine. In Kokwa or no my industry or no man didn't want to show him where to get the machines. And Madame for girl because Chinese so me call China into on frame. Mr. Bruce of frame within 3 days while coach my man in confirm I could your machine now or die Ghana. On that mass I'm sorry, I don't know that friend. He tried his own people, no me man of Robia someone or nobody wanted to help him. 29-year-old boy, it may raise you over $10,000. Obia someone. And I'm like, society then here build it. So if we can't help each other, we can't help young people. So what I say, how can we grow? Lebanese quite far woodworking industry in a minimum is a true, is a fact. Almost industry in Ghanaians are being pushed back to a point saying the next 10 years, one year Ghana for to say only 5% of Ghana's economy. One year we do bear one maybe 0.5%. And we don't see it. We don't see it in Empire Buckets here and Adrian and Dala Wakubaru because these are things and yes, will be a catch. I'm experiencing it for myself. And Hobia.
I mean, the ownership of the economy is industry. And I go for
this industry.
Yes, I'm going to PhD. You're going to PhD. Wow, we be going to school.
Because now, the talking PhD about what they are betting. Fire bibina sa adwen wa asema make me no marry di nkomo a simple process.
Freddy, a lot of our PhDs, they are theses in areas that have no relevance in this economy.
And it's a fact.
No relevance in a building economy. PhD in a lot of these areas, literature, no relevance. But Oba, no one the majority of the people. Because here I know see a so certificate in him. Hey, where you doctor? Where you why? Where's the results? There's no results.
So Binti, that's the
China, no PhD.
Only PhD. Well, factory where you boy here or a factory on chain say only say was a high school where we but to employ Ghana for over 1,000 year toilet room. It's a goodwill to a town, some there. It's someone in Ecuador building factories. Obi was Zambia, 1984, 41-year-old man.
Ready?
I'm
telling you.
They always tell you, experience PhD doesn't do anything. So I say, me top 30 could be pen, top 4 could be pen. To PhD, you know what does it do? It doesn't do anything. And you can argue with your results. I just prove say this is what I'm doing. You say me no can have about 13 individual products or market every time. Yeah. So I think to PhD, you know what do you mean? It's not doing anything. Minimum, and they say me hire a young boy be an best start. A young boy, it's almost show me, and I was so happy. It's like this is what we want. He's so excited. Because in Yemen, he hasn't seen this before. And I'm like, this is what our society should be about.
No, but you see, Freddie, listen, even look at political appointment. Dr. Huang, Dr. Huang.
The December person they say, Koma only doctor, yeah, my opportunity. And he start move. I'm just saying how results go.
I say, almost solve problems. No more.
Do you need PhD to be in parliament?
No, another requirement.
Do you need law degrees?
Asem we kura PhD ni mkofo mchocho ma mkofo mudwan so ye nka de kese eni ebu ye ba mkofo da we kura bi si ko yi
Hey, you know, and I just you one ko ya umu.
The political point. Oh, we be that city. Emrante me that me kwa da nti. E be di nkomo.
Yo, MC
right.
You know about so say MC M1 or how we hear M1 may decide. MC guy back so pay rubber plantation. Obi oye a rubber. Please, so our number 2 anaka on get in touch with you. Shinto, na Shinto the ono say Shinto say anyway. I'm say can one echo na
I think say Echo.
Fosu.
I'm say Bismarck.
Bismarck, okay.
Hello. Hello, painful. Me chechi amo imiri.
Ejo Bismarck.
Yeah, papa. But if you aboko.
Boga.
Yanko pas Mr. Obey. Papa ya mi shira wati. Mr. Befi ni Mr. Fred ni Mr. Kankamu ina no ya mi shira mo imiri. Me kase free Mauritania. Mr. Obey de bia no. Mia se na okasa. Kasa no toma kuma soa ma chere se de okano. Na me mara nche Ghana mmebunu no especially mmebunu no wadina abadia mo yesu especially Mr. Obin da akodi oye no ke mmebunu wadina abaso ya adwina abaso more because teachings papa no o teach ye no in fact se we obebunu na wadina koso na wudi na chi na wutie sa information ya in fact wa brabo enke chi de biarada because sa teachings we yi de teachings ya me de bia me ka say my friend Mr. Obin da say oye mental doctor or a mental doctor. As we are the Papa will start doing your dear Mamma, Sissy, and especially in Pono. My uncle Ponado, Maramutuko school in Cacrano. Mamma, my yama, your wolf feminine crown, sister Yaji, and where you say. Sawako school, Sawunko Biu, dear Ubo to my yano, Ube to my ye. So we sink it as over to my young quad obey. Sa encouragement, Papa. Yeah, in a one put on not the mouth. Into the Bia Meka say, I tell Mr. Obed, I could say, and Crawfobia be social media, television, a bit said, radios are ever being televisions, ever be a DBA, no Bako be them. Now, also for this war, no all bomb fire, so baby, I will be at it. Camilla Marantas, the guitar style, no Kibiako. Now, I would say, Ghana. How should I say a man full follower? Name we did say information good water and kind. Especially your memoir, or mountain no market no. Your memoir did Momuja, any adene, drivers, ne, sa mates, ne, to say Crawford be information in or moon shada and tin be bring. Intino. Me yɛ damase bebree na ɛyɛ nkakra sɛ deɛ papa bi da akoso yɛ ɔka kyerɛ no ɛyɛ nkakra ɔhyɛ ase no de bi ɔka wɔ radio so ɔhyɛ ase no nyɛ one day ɔyɛ no nkakra nti no yɛ damase bebree sɛ ɛyɛ bi saa nkyerɛkyerɛ yɛ a wɔkyerɛkyerɛ sɛ mistakes no deɛ in fact yɛayɛ bebree nanso yɛn na yɛahyɛ ase a yɛti saa information no mistake no a yɛgu so a yɛyɛ no so ɛyɛ lesson ma yɛn nti yɛ damase deɛ yɛka meka bio no sɛ sisi ama Yankopɔn adom ara mo wa butiri na hɔ na mo Ghana mo makɔ school makɔ
disconnect
degrees no mo anya bi no mo hyɛ dɔm nyinaa a wobɔ nyinaa nkran especially first no na aburokyiri yɛhu bi ɛnɛ mo a mo wɔ hɔ no mo aka no koraa wɔ mo akyerɛ yɛn first na obi wɔ akɔ school no wɔnyɛ degree a yɛhu ɛnɛ mo aba mo abaka no koraa na akyerɛ first no na sɛ obi obi yɛ adwuma bi na sɛ adwuma no ɔrekɔ yie kura na n'adwene nyi turu sɛ ade ɔreyɛ no ɔrekɔ yie nnɛma abam abɛhyɛ yɛn nkran saa nneɛma yɛ a abɛka yɛn nyinaa abom yɛn ama yɛn nyinaa yɛn hu sɛ yɛyɛ equal sɛ yɛkɔ school yɛn na yɛkɔ kakra bi yɛn na yɛn ntoma nkɔ bi yɛn na yɛn nya awofo mu amboa yɛn na yɛn nya bi ma wɔtum so yɛn nsam mo na wɔnya wɔsi wɔnya ɔkwan yɛ wɔkɔ aburokyi na yɛn nyinaa yɛ abom yɛka nɔkorɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛ abom wɔka nɔkorɛ especially Mr. Obin Dako the platform wokɔ a ɛyɛ simple kɛkɛ wɔde wɔawura obi biara wɔbɛkasa bi ɔtɔ n'asom sɛ wokɔ school sɛ wankɔ bi o baabi a wɔwɔ bi na wɔadwuma a wɔyɛ biara na wɔhyɛ nkran wɔhyɛ nkran
No.
Yɛdamase bebree. Yɛdamase paa wɔ adwuma pa papa mogu so a moyɛ. Na deɛ yɛka ne sɛ ɛyɛ sɛdeɛ Mr. Obin Dako de bi ɔka no ɛyɛ meda paa sɛ ade no ɛyɛ nkakra formation no ɛyɛ nkakra sɛ ansa na nyimpa no ɔbɛte ade no ase no ɛyɛ one day because yɛawo mmɛmɛ yɛ 45 yɛde asɔre atetemea yɛde adɔyɛ atetemea nti Bible aka sɛ obi sra wɔ ade koraa na fama no nti sɛ ade kita wotem koraa na obi sra wɔ a na aka kan Bible dɛ Bible sɛ deɛ kita obiara no fama obi nti no sɛ nipa no dem na wobɛyɛ mmɔbɔ anaasɛ wonyɛ mmɔbɔ koraa no ɛmfa ho wasa wɔde kɔ na wɔto pete to wabɔ odogu nso yi daakye bi wosɛ baka ɔsoro ahemma mu hɔ yɛn hyehyɛ yɛ agyapade wɔ ɔsoro ɛnwɛ yi saa nneɛma yɛ fie adwene maa madame mbiri a yɛbɛ beduri sɛ nyɛ Mr. Obin Dako na ne mpanimfo aba a ɔmo restart yɛ kasa o deɛ wɔka no ɔyɛ but opposite waa wɔn nso no hyehyɛ biribi a ɛbɛtum abɔ wɔn mpanyin nti yɛ dam ase me deɛ menka no bebree deɛ amoyɛ no mani so na ɛhyɛ yɛn nkura nso paa sɛ obi di n'adwene si so na sɛ ɔsɛ ɔfollow mu na ɔredi nkyɛkyerɛ ne bi akyiri onya kwan to data ne ade sɛdeɛ Mr. Obin Dako ka sɛ book san kɔ a Mr. Obin Dako ato guɔ me sɛ Mr. Obin Dako anka me book yi na yɛ baako Bible me book yi na dami na yɛ baako Bible no kora nyɛ borɔfo ɛyɛ twi asante twi ɛnoa ne me ne different bia nti me bue ma ɔnoa na me ne makenka nso na Mr. Obin Dako na da wɔ me yɛ research me hwehwɛ books ma me hwɛ no online na videos a metie na bia me kenkan anapɛ yi me kenkan book bi a ɔso rich dad and poor dad na information a rich daddy na poor daddy information a wokitae no sɛ woyɛ abrante no nkɛ sɛ wotie saa wohwɛ dam book no na nka wo kenkan kakra wobɛhu information a rich dad ɔde ma ne ba na poor dad nso ɔde ma ne ba ne nyinaa no yɛ Mr. Obin Dako influence a ɔde ama yɛ sɛ yɛntan kenkan books yɛnhwɛ video yɛmfa nyankofo a yɛbɛtumi anyiwa abom yɛnyiwa aka adwene na yɛnyɛ good network nso na yɛnyi yɛ adwene mfi agoro di bebree so ne games bebree no yɛnyi yɛ adwene mfi so Mr. Obin Dako yɛda wɔ ase bebree yɛhu deɛ yɛka deɛ yɛbɛka sɛ nyankopɔn nto nkom na ɔma wɔ ahoɔden bɛda biara sɛ deɛ a wote afidie so na wokyerɛkyerɛ yɛn ni hwɛ bɛyɛ sɛ botumi a
him in the lobby or you're gonna wait in here?
Botumi a yɛhyɛ mu Mr. Obin Dako ɔnda yɛ
No, I mean you can. I saw you quoting your stuff, so I was like, are you ready?
Mass TV and then answer wɔyɛ seminar na ɔfa ha na so asan bɛte social media na saa ahoɔden a papa wanya ɔde yɛ saa de wɔ yi sɛ nka Nyankopɔn no yɛ adom a na ɛdɔm na yɛtie papa yi no nko ara ne nkasa mpo ɛ yɛbɛnya nneɛma papa yɛ dɛ ɛfirim nti deɛ amaka no sɛ Mr. Befi ɛne Mr. Fred ɛne yɛn mpanimfoɔ no me deɛ me ne biribiara de dɛm ase na ase paa na yɛde ma mo paa sɛ nyame ɔnhyira mo ɔbɔ ade ɔntra mo hyiem na yɛmmabu no nso no wonya adwene a ɛyɛ nsesaa because wiase kɔ n'anim ne AI aba wohia biribi information bi a wokɔ AI a wobɔ ya na ɔde definition na abrɔ nti nda no sɛ woka sɛ wobɛtena ase na nke sɛ nɔɔma bi papa ɛyɛ asɛm ketewa abere yɛhyɛ Mr. Obin deɛ masa research yɛyɛ bi o yɛndi agoro yɛndi agoro Mr. Obin Dako na yɛn ne nansa ne starting ɔde nɔɔma bi twotwo ne starting topic bi twotwo ne starting nyinaa no twotwo ne nyinaa na mehyɛ asɛm mekɔ AI mebɔ a na wamem definition na ɔkyerɛkyerɛm so when nti so first no the same formation you know ne yɛ kenkan John chapter 1 verse 2 na Moses de man de ka your friend say epokoko me mu pai no na Job otutu akuru na ne na otutu akuru na nko a saa so na ne akanya enye innovation bia but then ho say yenye bia mpo a yenye invention bia mpo ehu Mr. Obi da ko orosa ya adwene me yare ye wogidi say de awasha say yegusu a yesu ya ni nkakra yi em say beko yenem sisi a mmeti sa me du Ghana sisi sara baby a medin ka hwe book ma to ni na ya Mr. Obi da ko ni books na baby a mo wompo kwaya me nam so me saka miensa awo baby a me wono kra no obi na oto ya mesra na mo to de bram wo ha trip na me saka na me ko di Ghana wonne wasa me ko book shop wo me sa na books na aka ina nka dia wa twa na ofa na real estate no edan ya ho nso kwa na yesi dan Mr. Obi da ko de yem tumi nka ne kase bebe ye ka ne kase a ebi di atro afrom o se kasa dodo no anhwa di abo bebe enti de ye ka ne se Ghana for yes ramo nyamesom no yanke na onye eye nyamesom ye nyamesom eye na mom de yanke se ade biara na de wo wura ba sha ahyem bebe sa ade preko no hu awase a beye mobo nti nyamesom no ya soma se nipa bia ko school an tanka wo wie from Genesis to Revelation ya kan ya nti wo de fa to ho kakra na hwehwe book foforo so na kan se dem Mr. Obi da ko de kan craft book kakra fa ka ho so what as man hwe ba ko pemu na so hwe ba ko pemu de biara wo beka say bia na wunim ni na da bi hwea no ma foforo ye dey fa ka ho Mr. Beku mempanifo wo fira mo me de madwuma me ye ne kakodwuma me ye kako business Mauritania enti kakra ya baka ne say ye business na na sisi ya na ye papa Mr. Obi da ko ne church nti ye de ahon odin ni enim die kakra de shem sisi da na o kira me say compano misi am je he kwan ya manam so am compano na me hia enti ye besere say wo ye obabu na wo ase a yanda Mr. Obi da ko ne Mr. Befi ni mpenifo na ase say san chekire we ukọ aso dem a wunya ukọ school a wunya nyome baby bebre ukọ a nya de a wo benya baby a wo benya pa na kase ye Mr. Obi da ko na platforms Mr. Hausa won hwe Mr. Obi da ko na videos a ko the social media handle no so ukọ a wo de bokọ ora onketa bro fodi bokọ na Obi da ko ono say Mr. Obi ade on pe wo de bokọ na Obi da ko na start na subscribe na follow no or the tomorrow wo sabaka or the tomorrow wo sabaka uko Facebook so a wo sabaka open social media handle bia oda ho papa no so ade ba ko ya me fekese Mr. Obi da ko otenanim so what ya say sabi ono ye kakra wanye mpo na ode hihya no ho so Mr. Obi da ko nya ahode wiasa ahode mpo na nka knowledge mpo na wanye na ode cha nche o wa ma nimpa bebre fa ahode Mr. Obi da ko wa ma ye fa ahode wa adwum ya da ase wo Mr. Obi da ko no normal enye de me de ma chiwa gu mitirim this ya meyira me na ba ma meyira sisiara obi se no me be na mo gbakwa
Mr. Bozu, I want
baba
to ping you inside say omo person omo kasa nti. But your best now the one was
limited it to 5 minutes.
yeah.
Maybe I'm 3 minutes.
Yeah, to 3 minutes, right? Yeah, I'm out for a
ko che yo teme Thomas nyame chamo me da ase we de mfenti ya bye bye
I'll get in touch.
Thank you.
Mr. Bozu, I'll get in touch.
Thank you.
Freddy call. I'm someone for here Freddy number.
Mr. Befi.
The
Okasa no amfa we anka ho ohia ni bi ni odefo bi ni Lizos trans na. Ena Lizos wu ye na okọ nyame nche na odefo no su wu ye na ogina ejem no se Lizos mfa ni sa monsu mechanic tech na maybe o no hunu amane wa ho ahia for message ni bi no nti ho no wanka nti amen.
Amen. 3 minutes for we na ya na ya line e continue ya we na ya wakasa. Kwame to aso. Ama for say yama 3 minutes.
Yeah. Me da se me sanchia me Robin.
O kasa no so no. Yenu ya ba so no obisa question bi na waboa no so amaye.
Cause dey. Me question.
Only kasa me de be ba beto no. When we na tem.
Oh, that me didn't attempt say ni
kasa me hear ba.
Mr. Befi obi eni obi atemu
asem. No na say me stroke keke.
Wonyi ntum awa na office yi di atem. So on dey me kire indi no grasem no mo ye on say school for ni ade de mo edede no mo ye won say would do any two certificate so I wadwin ye say as a ukunya PhD ukunya masters but on say school do obekwa kunya PhD masters but ba no ahwe obotomu ye wonim de de bobrade nyeska na ye wonim de de penhoma te say de mo kinkan thesis no mo tro lego ne kenwe so ma atro ya no mo ka o ma de enti sunim faso bi ama timamuni what is the relevance of their thesis in fact obi any so be we ko no atro wa list bebre egu be so say hu say one of the money mistake no and it's a would when need to certificate so say ubetimi enyeska one of the money mistakes say ufi say wo kosukwa the higher you go no you get more money there be school na ye training for warehouse or a capitalist society into ye training mo see there e be aba be adwuma enti say ufi say okay me kai me bi me ye pharmacy me braba ko chira de ye was in anka akoye doctor akoye pharmacist program e bia senka we dey be register na me say na me time na me kwa kotena school ma kosua de senka me be kwa koto aman bi abeton so won into wo no on say the education no say training wa de bia na ye adwuma semo be adwuma no certificate no hwinim and ye were Jumam, ye wo nim dear de pop bri be nyesika ye dear woscam. Any one nim dear de church dear, and I said, wo bet theories are one trigonometry, name one poly 2 diet maintained in your young way. One with me at church in a bed. At the end of the went me and Vasa hydrocarbons, no one friends say no mammy develop your master and co baby out. Oba be go warehouse oba be ye adwuma mobi nti me na me set company no nti na me no me as a business owner I own things of pharmacy na pharmacist no me generalize say use no when ya kakra de edidi it tells you difference say me wonim de bia me de nti no pharmacy so ntumi mie pharmacy shop nti no ntumi develop product but me develop product who time say me go school me science na it say enko ye nti me ye wonim de woni ma bia yesu edidi ye nti saa ne ma na owuro benda akone mo wa ha mo kyerɛkyerɛ so nti a pass has certificate na fato dem ye hia for say when money mistake ne nso say would you say okay me nya higher education ye beto me pay mu forget about say wo nya pay wi ase nipa kakra bi ne nya pay omodidi yo pay bi enu obi betimi anya odi bedi yi a obetimi adi yi o there be ye die ye obi a wototo ne sikasem ye obi wo sua abakosem obi wo sua sika ho nimdie na wo create systems and wo de ne megugu akwan mu a wadel awia bo ne wura huo wa depress o de bi sika ebre no ye enfa certificate there's no money in certificate into what dream on society no ne ya dream say ukosukua obedi ye no obetimi average person obenya bibia detailed Robin da koneka on say the educated people are the most deceived people because say ebia me ye dwuma Google metimi asiadan metimi ati play mu na me kwabrochi na me ba na me ma wo good school me wo Land Cruiser but the day I lose my job I become invaluable sadam no mentimi enye hwe na ma ye mobo say aso dem akura pese me wo business meaning business ye na say even me connection kra metimi asan hye me pharmacy hye I lost over 600,000 worth of goods but me san hye biem I didn't na wo certificate na adwuma no ye yiwe dia na wa ye mobo and that tells you the difference inti nimdie be na wo sua ene na be ma freedom na se woni sa nimdie na obeda ko animu abrabo untumi ko animu abrabo any one more monso gidi say ene na me ni obi din komo lady because say ade ene de se nyame kran fama wa nyame na hira ono manam se nyame na hira de nti na wo sori a wo bom paye wo ye fasting 24 hours na ade bet me come ni musin ade nti na wonko wani express wo ne me bi ye didi yi Inji obi ka say was asore ne de ye de ade nti na wo ho kire why are you struggling financially I didn't know they be an old friend call for mammy 2K, family mobile money for far away, so there be empty and men from far away. So it also is a money problem. It's in Ipano, why, say Mr. Baby, who say, and near maybe a ubesua, a pemo with D, any baby with you. Men no men ko bom pie and can't change. I miss Uncle Tommy boss techna me developing no. And I say me maxing tape no. Men country used to say radie me imported maxing tape free China and Dubai a benti radical Toma me Debbie. Me be swinging DS selling cash me cocoa teen se me tio robin that consema all can. Minya kwenya so na me ne wo phone so bisa no questions. E die na me ya metimi edi. Me konya me ho say rade ma me sika nkobo brao. No, that is that stupid like stories to say ignorantly say me kwa ka kire yesu say rade ma dia me beto ma yen tobi debi. This one swan dey won say baby animdie ehun atotema na say akọ ahwe no nipa dodo na etwen yesu. Nti wono onye responsible. Your National Day of Prayer. Your bonfire see the Ghana economy begina. Unsunya scan the Koto Land Cruiser. I go Bobby Siana with the Ato Land Cruiser. Oh, your National Day of Prayer. Your priority at the same. What's the way sport to youth no? Oh, youth know the entertainment. They the children. Youth no was one say. Ka mimi hu nka o se kwa me despite me doctor mo na nka ezo mo sa o ene nano papa ya da no e be bi we yi park so yi o mo na nka ezo mo sa o mo di abo mo na nka ese nko mo we telenovela because wa popular na kudu baby o financial freedom na wo me no mi no me kwa me tuo na wo so la wo ji pay wan kwadwuma bosome na se entu aka bosome can you survive. It is one to me survive dia nya fe na okohwe you ukoye friend say radio di masi mamio na bibi hwan sunsun fam wonam fam. We look for quality knowledge and near me betia de asesa wa brabo wo sole no sofo na wakogina ne nche no won tisika ase obum afa so no dia yeyi no aka kire wo say we ase ne de what does it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his soul? Unim sika ho nimdie bia unim say 50 pesos and done 2 cedis. Unim say sa friends yesua bibi wealth is created systemic. Unim say no kreka any de bobra. Nti wo be den wait me adi ye. E wa brabo. Inti wo hona wo jina hona do any 2 certificate so minya master degree minya PhD me so I do an entry program in a friend say New York University because me koye sa PhD entry me jam say na we nkwasa asem na me di. I quit the school because me hu say fa so bi ani so na say me pese me ko kira de bet no I was say wo mo kira de wo professor obejina wa ni shoe ni na ne belt that's the true copy of me future that's the look alike of my future it is all kwadwuma mu bia hu o man kokora na wo ho na ha sa na tie sa so na wona mabonte na hu obi a oye beggar na wo sresre na they tells you say we are brand here ye wo do wada aje beye enne ne wutie enkomo efa wasom de wudi de obedua no eno na obedwa. In this young country, mebuna, what one was so free say favor be bow. To one person obey because the penny phone will be crass or no to your tight, ne tight to 20 amana ye use can be okrum or send tight a power to ya and amana d. Tight to an amana d into a brand and to one, not yen say. So would you tight and obey d. Money mistakes back on no. Money mistakes ni say wonya visa no obetimi abobra ko nanim. Money mistake back on so or throw business proposal. My FT will be so land there so quay registration e fine kusin. What you turn registration? Yeah, ya kwaji land ya rent will be land ye ni asase ya rent will be land me dua ntosu. Would you as a documentation now? Your book loans it's going to make you poor. And that's why education people normally they are the most deceived people. Opa ubetimi akọ industry ubako experience the industrial knowledge now they are the better. If you don't have the business knowledge, won't mean creative wealth out of it. Because you won't need the creative yedi chishe yedi. And you won't need the so yedi you be a juma man. I didn't know a professor and me to work me nam street is obey me me develop a product. There you are own to me develop it. It's a me nim be a makushi free baby. In the life ne dear Sikasam they want to 2 year mistakes in the you make it all. And nothing architects kakra because I just when you have and said where the ye. I just a utia titans and where the ye. Me no me no sunum say sikate say a diaba. Ye bon by ye near dianin ye dear dian na kanaba near ye diabanisha from near gugusunsu na subebrebe. Near your sunsus as society. Into what dream you say one pie bobby at wopon and ye radia dumne jimmy at woboa. I don't be a jail. Me nifi me who's in Yankopon apprentice camera will be adao. And then Yamine Shira and won't me the ghost factor from it. Nothing Yamine Shira the other number to one cofa boss the camera and one cotton amrem no me sales amrem. These are the hard truth I ain't mean can't say and call for no. Into a branch in it to one no will feel say we so hopes to say a way fasting and obedi. What in any two bisu when you visit do American obey ye me kai and me be a trim na me fee me ya visit do America may you go do a name fat.
Sir?
Besen kami wonim die bi to say the robe in that could demand and come ye dear me ye near and I'm catch a DJ yam and send come cabana come my head. Kebianka ni kwe birthday nko be friend maybe anka despite ye auto show in Kebianka be inviting but any man excuse me any man enko ye ti afeni me ni aba me ho so because ya expose me to quality knowledge wo been da kuma da momenti ama me ni aba me ho so say enu kwasa brabo no me di agro nti me network no onye obi a wo betimi ne me aka niema e betumpon a wo mintimi no ni nkomo ni 10 minutes kra you say bia me mpenipo because you are not adding value me circle ne yankofo me ne o mudi nkomo ne kire say ni pa bia me ne wo ta di nkomo no that means say we are discussing business now to na so le na wo ye John Luke 1:144 na ena sikani bi na 1:1 ne fa hin na Jehoshaphat na Abraham Sarah no oni ba no awo ba na 1:1 o de etena ho
Come here, you be trouble.
Mr. Beff University
You be trouble. But before you come worry, finish it. And I worry. Let call. You better about so actually. Mr. BM say we want the question bro one kasa.
Sir.
Aye.
Oh yeah.
Why a single mother. With the lally.
Na me guys also come answer.
I said come you check one.
Actually
who said what say wa or say
we enkola na be ye be gia farmer no nti
you when you come here kwame.
So a single mother na or having financial difficulty. One say we ask no say financial sikasem ni nko ya na kire se nimdie fa sika ho esua nti ese maame no so odi na daje wo hwehwe sika ho nimdie because wonni sika ho nimdie dia balance ma wo be hye no untumi fenye excuse well be struggle ma so a single mother dia but on say we ask no wo choices how make na sunsun so na wo face enye obi na ma akwa single mother why now make that decision and to make that decision na wo nya ho sunsun so yes di obedu no na be 20 se metuwe me de mabra bo hwe football na me hwe Chelsea a hu se se sikasem ni nko ye di ana kire se nye obi na eye mi o me ana me ye me ho so ho enti ma me na esa otumi hwe se obesua de oba beti oro bin da kuno
no dem say wo ye no person kire se si opesu because
na say me say wo ye na say if you are
cosmetic name the issue also as
the issue is sikasem no when the money problem is there that means knowledge about money ni so inti say will increase ni nim the first count. Now increase you nim the first count, I'll be creating more income source. Ube service
babysitting.
Aha. And the making say nkola no do mo copy private school fees in so fees wo mo kodi yie wo ho nti eno no so won say income na e ba ho no won to me spend more than the wunya o anytime you be spend the e ba on chen na so say the wunya na that means you be in debt into so when you are running into debt it tells you say you are financially ignorant. It's the hard truth. There's opposition we so what could it so will be a 5-bedroom no ne nkola mi unity a won ko 2 person go won be and a 2-bedroom be no nko tena ebi a making sika no ko say you be there ko sit down because you say abrabo ne de what you view kra na komodo kra o bi ehu enye no kra tuon no create more source of income when you prudent say the baby a wo twere nkola no enye de bia de say aduane no say mudidi na opa wi anwumira. There is nothing like 3 square meal. Udidi ba ko wunwu. Just you be adjust to it. This aduane ni die no do so you have to cut down expenditure. No invest more in the business. Make sense say we try tight one say we no more ye ma me no to the bi omu fi say one say ye die no tight mu God loves a cheerful giver into okwasola okoyesho ni nyina ye liability. Ability of bonus be free in Zambia. In Sanima, it boils back to financial ignorance. Into who Sanima now, who see loopholes in Nina, who both sick home buying. I won't say, well, bones have Labone, they cotton. That's one fast animal to J. near la, bay, sapins, or sana, a radio, ma, or mere coons, sana, dear furious. Me that's it.
You, Della, wait, me last name. Della clue. Kwame the auction and say, check on your send you see can never be on my 5 bedrooms, we need 2 bedrooms, and yet just for a season to adjust to Bibia obey Biana, and yet there is an for a season. It will adjust to one, not me, because cat will hold ma and cranish and any days. To adjust yourself now, a money muscle anyway. Ayaw. Boy,
Praise the Lord.
Ice no call.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Eti elder for summary ye do ba de ase say ohun sa de na my collection no wa kire wa ma sha se wa kire wa ha wa nche ebesi say e bass ne tim nti nche ebesi ntina ai ne tentem ti legend Mr. Bafin yera mase ankam ipa tumpenfo akeka ni nyina Mr. Fred abese ho kwa mi so aba my idea na akra me pesa meka and it's a legend book sales system o kan sem bi wo introduction no o say ade bia wo produce bia no e wo se utumi ton ana se wo se nipa to anye sa uni business na e kate across e wo ba bia o man mu individual abusua mu ba bia enti ya na mete ho na mbisa me ho se emra na me hwe Barcelona na omo bobo na mtumi kura predict ba bia we pass ball na ko na yetumi bi sa de omo ye training na ogina ho bia na matiri am de enti no na me produce den na no hwan na nkobeto sa de oh ti na che se wo kan ya mpa se nyoma utie nyoma wo hwe ensem a wo kan komo a wodi eno na kire nyoma obeye eno so na be kire wo yedie daachi eti yeda wase se da bia oguso na wo kaka yen no man mu hwemu a at the national level kra no no ma ye produce legend Fred kan sorry ahomache a Allahu Akbar say obogbo sa be 1 hour from 3:34 a.m. Ubi radio. And now when you are the four. Sabre ya mene wo kase abayifo no konhia mu afa na moba e wo say ye bomb aye na ye break you omo ye tete omo gu chance dan no so entifa owi a so sansuosi radio no so nti sa the phone na etia nso no be sa de asi
Na why you be there na?
na ye na hu oh na odwe hu nti sa nyoma na ye produce no ye betimi aton de Bisa yehe mu a microphone no kura na ye kura mu a ye tie ma lao Yesu bo ho abrante ni gigina street no so a ne hu fifire wan to collection na odidi watem no sa microphone no nipa na o produce ye no the same electricity no di produce ye no no na enso ye cartons no enti ye wi a ye be kwa akoto ni microphone no ni ato ni speakers no na ye tons no onso ba beta na enti na kire se economy na ebidie ekọ animu ebidie so ebi no mu produce nyoma ani pehia na ebi mu nso ntumi produce hwe na yese ye de ya meye hwe ye beja nkrofo wo wiase no asa ye ntoto ye nyoma ye de ye ho hyemu nyoma ye eji ye mre ye produce hwe ye ntumi nton enya mfaso die bia wo so except nipa ba ko a ote altar na ni ma na se pulpit bi animu a ono de ojigu ni butu eti awase ye hwe ni yie ose hwe ni yie mini aba no bisa asem bi se o single mother ni ma mienu legend last time ka asem bi o say na ye say response na nye ba kwa me asan be de abeto so o say wa na wa no oh but aba ni say aya areho emema no bi wo ha o say we nyina say kasem no ya oni oba no tena kra na wo mpe na say no ani say ska no flow me bo a ngwa woni nkwara wo ho oni no wo ma nti die ntina nti just kasam no nye ntina je kwa mekan ne no kure be ma no so side kura no hwe ana chese cash flow no nye papa sa nti sika hu ndie no wo fo
bo amame so mai mo ame so
eti anu ana kwa
ai mame so
wensu afufuro I had limited financial literacy and didn't set clear goals or create a plan. Partly because I relied on my husband, as a head of the family. However, since he's made some financial mistakes and onto us, and continues to do so, I'm wondering if it's too late for me to start afresh. Too late to start afresh into Bewana.
Age when you can't you feel say beer.
But too late to start afresh. Ube uchina na said me person bisa. So it's not too late. A mistake now. Yeah. Say it's kind of say free baby eba. And ya be man on also yeah Juma. And I know Mr. Obin bisa question be on Max TV or say him fan. I say ne ba wo Kwame Nkrumah University. It is a real school no Kowaria. Oh, bachelor say a bear man no cancer on ten fee no on your housewife. I just say I can't move in Ayakwa and said oh, it's way a foot to cry my eye bano. We all buy giant housewife and some room to me. I can't my hand Corano. Yeah, Jumano, no senior Jumana. Oh, yes, son, me on Sabako, a poor drug from. Oh, Nasanka Bemano corner so qua Sanka. Emra be ma no aho kire ba ya na sizi ye no nka also wetumi a support it. It's a mistake but it's not too late to start.
Oh, when you say a housewife which say or the we say so say we say culture na say me no adwuma me wan ka bibia so onye adwuma just what the ni nyina bibia hye be ma nsa wonti ase we say nipa bibia
yes you know e hye be ma nsa no na absisi a be ma no ye mistakes a ade no dwirigu no sa wo de no so wo ha sa nka wo betumi ade abe support o me ni say e ho no so hwe dwiri o ma
o discanning na abum no mo ye adwuma no de bibia be ma na ye bibia thinking say
and this is here no be man a bad driver on you no. And I saw me no come home. On come home now. Aha. Now pay one treat no.
And you're late. Obetimi asa start.
And you're late.
Yeah,
more joint account.
Yeah, obetimi aka bo mo be se nimdie no mo yeti bonko so enko baby 0 na boss.
Mami make comments bio or see or more joint account. Yeah.
Joint account.
Yeah.
And I was my man no take decisions now all the check no.
Oh, most
that be ni so yes sir.
E bi bebre yes sir.
Enye good. Na me contribute who contribute say who ko atwika no da bi enye ne sa. How dey tranche na he no dey koto amena mo say hey gina. Also.
No,
I'm reverse na mo say.
You say what say? Abawi, you say too late. Times what?
Enye late. Enye late.
Enye late.
On still no.
And also introducing a husband to this
programs now. Yes.
And say
mame yanisa also the fact say ono aye mistakes no I just say nimde no from to be exposed no mane mesua bi na munyina munsua mom yenya nuru ho de but at least that the legend bi a oka no nimde no wo ho a mistakes no so the fact so ye mistakes now she's can just say nimde no from Musia de if possible scan edru ba bi a lock ne kakra now control no man cause the legend can say was man no ya de che me but scan some via crest scan say no man e no kre
true
go here busia bebra mo go from because of mismanagement me man no recklessness to do na
especially abutre for crowd
man can say
look at us or the year or the year your friends a project. No, Kogana Basa.
You see,
was a project today.
Oba, only guessy, mini, I could be a minimum. Oba, only guess, Tresson.
It's mommy, and yet,
I could be a minimum, Oba, Tresson.
Hey, Mr.
Oh, now we more discard bomb not so the project now one in the HRA. Obeku. Also more in the
yeah, we together. So no, you for when you listen. I'm also almost getting we need this kind of chair. Very important. Almost all trusting on the but also almost can idiot. One an idiot tree. Now we'll check the cost on the other. Because yeah, me for some. What how cost?
Yeah, cost seminar and say a legend can say be. Or can say your employees be or no na o he adwuma no. Sometimes our best sold no ho. On person will be some question put. Sometimes even sales cram or wire for the day crano. Who be sana na head or say that because who be sano. Man who said you man on a year and I say, oh, who knew a human in you. Now we not to say, dear, oh, no, Bema at the na Munama can scab muso the queer project. Now I quite banner on ya or more contabia. I also be son because who Susi Kaka. Oh, just say this I had in a disrespectful manner, but at least also be some note to your account into a corner so you could head down your head by be a group and still scan no to no mistakes be back. To be correcting in them. But who boo any guswa but to any no naka nani. And also a legend, Adamas Sabafi, and in here. To know my produce will be our see to me town. We are here producing. I will be back pick no so they are correcting mistakes no they are born a bright I the year that ni no one be share be say ya mu say ya me share information be say ya me say ka legend I mean man then am here ka best thing I met me I say 3 years 5 years be my bag and my beji 1 month 3 weeks be and 3 weeks be na my samachi but yeah, but this 65, 70 now that would acquire my first steps ground to me. Go to join you now, go so. As you see, I know. Alarm being yano. So when yani would right time I will yan and no sometimes I'm how come? No, first no. Alarm no bomb prina still cry when you. But see no natural alarm. Oh sorry, I no may use sum kama last mbejina feature bako. Ama bako bom kukuru nam small bom kukuru what him and yano no so bo dwen say ni nuam say yes. Ha na ye kuru. What I say. Oh, na we nyina hu nka we ukonya wa hin. Nka wote ha kra sa nature no kra no. E be nuisance wasum so we England na me who say sa do man nyina kra isi aye create no cars mu. Yakwaje Hyundai bi Tucson 23 model bi. The way ansuo to wo nwuram enu ma su wo nwuram nyina o ma ye bi wom to nam na wo pese otie sa natural sounds bi anu abot se tape no na wutie. Eso
Yeah, I
ha.
think Apple saw a similar thing with
Yeah.
iPhone. I think. Yeah.
Good. O sorry anopa egu asum say ya boko. Ji say bia oti akra na ba bia ha husie wo na those places in there bia wunya bi. But obey dia natural. Oh, yeah, me share information be say Uncle Legend. Yeah, sorry, I know say you two any window no say snow na 20 na me ko 19. Oh na why mobile but nyahwe me kan say na I say the meeting mu amu on ba nyahwe sa na beba. Enti wunyina amumra ne yeah. Legend, yeah, masi pa. Me besia.
Yeah. Mame, I think so. Mame, as well background no. Yeah, what tell watch it.
Okay, and yeah, before some of kono, yeah, share we so me the all kind of idea. I'm say Legend, I'm say we will now better say kese. I see so on day. Na
I say, okay, now I'm working in the Tema Fishing Hub, but they said before I can join a vessel, I have to go to maritime to do some. But I said, yeah, also go school, some more academy.
Oh, for
maritime, yeah, regional maritime.
I said, yeah.
Oh, I'm saying, any okay, I'm saying, near account about education. Yeah, can education, you. We say, now the competent.
Mr. Abapi, where a corporate question or on fan come corporate porno. You on try say or business on try or has or business. Now on take decision necessary. Ziano, you say on yana katiana na say on san education.
Also, education. Said was before say the plan was a vessel, no, you know. I was so good.
Yeah, kasi kasem on also ka corporate as or can katua. Ebra.
Oh, but also yeah, fishing. Yeah, this is local school, no.
Yeah, I'm going off an idiot.
Tom, wait my business.
Oh, Marita.
Don't go for our more academy horses here. A bit more lecturers, grand a bit more A B. You must say,
yeah.
Go so cocoa director pay no dear over no the old team for more branoma on her house. And this opposite local school grandma papa pays so Tom so Tom school to make back on a part time. Or wait my side business alongside. Don't replace say open so with school no. Because school there a colonial education they my over we are what was a I don't know who knew who need the school no I ho sa na ye kan no money ekono. Senka ye China ni a walk on a Chinese school grade and cabesum. Ye die and yes, square and Cassani designing you. The only reason I could be and I say Mamu is because this is the only option we have now. But yeah, it's just it's necessary evil if you want. Because we pet once a cow here won't tear here. Ube jetching yes, so now resource yes, still now jetching ye. A crack of Wobe Bray when Mumua Kululu no more answer no Musidai. As one of us, I'm a Janabe Jit etching in a school, yen a school, your mammy, uncle school, be go see it. You know, I was a brand new religion, Uber you and Bocrono.
Okay, PhD, yes, me.
And before no more defending religion.
Your friend says a research, baby.
Research. Research.
I want to see AI. Just why PhD and son why.
Now, my PhD no. AI no maybe.
That is the thing.
Oh, so as a research in the end, bring it. No, you don't have to go through Sanyaman. Yes, I'll put Sanyaman together no crown. I'll be.
Oh, say, school for religion for no more jetting. One count on the audio. okay, for example, be from America. Okay, one also could appear in the candy. What the air then you can disprove the outcome. One I walk out, sorry, once of Kausubaya would done a ditray. Don't just give us generic answers. Tell us what you have done with the very thing that you're defending. So, one person depending by your your PhD be 80%. A courses, relevant. A lot of our master's degrees, we don't need them. It's because we did them because that is the information we had.
Yeah.
But really, a carbonate a waste of time. Many of us, we have just wasted our time. There are a lot of lecturers in our universities, and all that they are telling the children is travel.
And that's a question.
Yeah. Oh, that's all that they tell the children. To quite on can just a China crack industry being a baby. They don't even have any respect for our country. Which PhD?
Mr. Bien, we are no a grant proposal to the UK, US begging for money.
Yeah.
Uncle for and then or begging for money when your grants now or they could sit down to buy 4 PUP. It's in my then was why a rich person.
Annie. No trouble. No trouble.
Yeah, legend. I think that one more thing. One problem our mom defend the PhD ne masters. Like I said, Obian can say school near, but on say or say be mom research. I near no mom research near PhD for. But one thing that people find it very difficult to understand here. When America, China, and all these countries no more produce all this big technology now. When they started, it wasn't about school. No, China becoming China no was just in conform or manco school and I producing more. The PhD and the masters just comes in to just refine things. Okay, that's it. Ghana, Union do that level now. We need that PhD. No.
Yeah, build data on
Ghana, we are not there yet. Until this say produce naturally, traditional way, and then do baby, and then the scholars will come in saying Uncle Fred, and Uncle Fred, he can become a perfect PhD person because he has the thing. And now when he comes to know the more of information I are confining here and the air count, but ABN and the word of mouth and a kind. But then when you go to the traditional system, on your bookish now, or back to that level now, and it's a process. We will get there. And then we will document it formally. Send a bear in Chilman so bar or Monyane. Or Mumbrovis or AI. AI started so many years ago, but it was in a different way, but it has just been polished. And that is what the PhD and these people are doing. They are not inventing it. It's something that is already there and they are just building on it. But yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
We a PhD that now AI, own our own AI. What put
There no currency another thing altogether. Yeah.
Who only Sanya Manadia now PhD now? Once a year when him the ownership when you want him there would develop you.
Yeah, that is very true.
AI, you own the AI. The revenue that is coming to the way those have say do you even get 1% of it?
And do you know that Kwame, do you know that far company which is Intel, even Microsoft, all these big companies, they are laying off PhD holders. We are not saying don't go and do it. But then if the PhD is everything, why are we laying some of these people off? Yeah, so it's about what you can really do, not really about titles, no. So and Ghana and see they can't hear you because the name Drew say crowd call Ghana you have people who are doing research. But I just all not agriculture as a chain. My man not a crash out yeah Banchifuni Cocoa for 20 years. She knows something that you don't know. And that is where we need to build from. And then at some point we need to be
that is the problem. The problem they say. Some I mean now not now all tone be na say some omu my auto video or the akoto auto 90,000
Obi say ne side daddy na Thomas
whatever
because I want discuss you
yeah
I want discuss
meanwhile too no or this hard national money in every on one call, yeah, and crown, no believe me. I'm going to be a son and man crack. And I say,
you know, what on BD? Now,
what's our other businesses come? Yeah. Oh, it's to Tony used to come. And so, Sauma no crown, say, the Maya Juma or MT and Nace, I me want to because someone buy into that business and no one enlarge that business. Yeah, your problem is I don't know. It is how we still looking down upon those people. And so now nobody share.
Mr. Buffy,
what did they mention?
Sabafi problem ni nyina ne say. Problem ni nyina ne say. Ye mpese ye beka ma Ghana for na te ase. At this stage aye wo mu no, ye hia the youth so mo nye PhDs. Ye hia omo. Omo mra ne nya adwuma. We don't need PhD holders. Ye hia workers. Omo mra yem bie adwuma, yem bie no rough. Yem produce die hia. Nyoma na ye use no, yem produce. Say fe onye fe yem produce. Samre ya kwara no me say me mate bi that was school mo. Offer numbers a me hu pen no sisi aya me na mai me mates ni bi uche mu 20 200 ebi hu bi e so oba ya abosu aware ya wo na opese odiye disade no de no betumi produce yen kan kire yen krofo ni say PhD no en hu hia ye sisi a yen jai ma omo a sa economists no omo de omo say so called advanced economy no problem omo nyo omo de. But see apart the lecturers no much. We people say lecturer there no problem. But pa say young for no big what the can say education office. Education office was it China was or ba so ya 500 cedis. Na fe wa dwa. Oh ti young can say young for no young can okran say no.
Yeah.
Bank.
What the heading?
Oh yeah, Tom.
Huh? No. So we have all
Too
this.
much.
So when it's just slap it on there. Yeah. John, nice to meet you, Holly.
I'm up for cancer with confidence near the no. You know, books we more reading a be what dream, resilience, your friend say self-investment, African advantage. Where Mr. Obey books are true. Perspective, you know, as friends say unlimited, the friends say opportunities in a streamline. In a should be when you be Amazon, offer no also I'll be near. And here support and be what dream, and my own name about how ready your friend is saying, would see other Western information minister. We are not good, but and we keep up away. And we keep up read that, pour that, and for now. Okoto da is carefree, masa koto da for free, is carefree, makoto da for free, is carefree. Well, my mom said, Juma.
Odo kokwa ko si edan no kra be de ho.
Ti no, you good, e be what dream. But say be Juma what say kruma kasapano. You need books like this. We mo. E no ye, e be boa kakra de by friends and trees. Brian money say na be read dia by e duru be lucky. And if I go to loans near the age, man, Muslim remember come. Yes, I books. Come as I'll be nearly. Friends to be out. Sabekabi. Mamma,
yeah.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay. Me da si be first of all, me da si se mama konya na it goes to yeah, me da wasi wo contributions now they buy.
Oh, yeah, Mabia.
Okay. Yeah, but that was it, but near so even though na me financial initially, no, I took it upon myself. Maybe your back kukuni, so I say, me na me handle bibia because me who a do point to be no, me who see own to me handle and your money be. Nti ne mani wo ade no bebre up and down. Ye ko buy ni ye wo mortgage, ye wo a year halfway through no wa messy up equity kakra na ba dan so no. E no de akoye yi. Na mani wo bebre. Now, on you ready to listen?
Yes, ma'am, Miss Hutchison.
First time now, minya.
Yeah, I've been here a little longer. I said I've been here a little longer. I was helping out.
Minya kwenya any Mr. Obinda Akon ekasa no for the very short period of time no. Michiro niyama masua ewo mu a. Tema wokasa no make comment be is the same thing. Se me hu ni tema na me share ni tema probably nkanema we no bebre ho na ema eya disuade. Me share Mr. Bafi recently, you know, or send me budget apps as he say metimi aye nneema we ya mahu se nneema etoto ne kwan so. So ti ase na sabe enye si ebia well a man bi ho they will sit down there doing nothing. But the bia na me kan say uni obi bobra na se e basika semu ne man trans yanka ana wan fa na dwan ma sometimes you know yeah na a little bit challenging because a memory bi wo ho a essence on ye memory ntino ukopeje sikasem no ba onfo say on no e bere manti no say yi but me in my case no anyesa but what happened no na maka no so I say sika kakra na beto ni so no I'm messing up. I'm trying to put things in order so ne be ya me so no many if kakra fine and just to let you know intini me bisa questions ni sa na ma we na me wotibia bia me suasua sa enema we nyina ewom. Say apart from Mr. Obinda me kind books no say my kind 4 aka hope say me call nyina within the next 2 weeks ni maka ni nyina Mr. Bafi so or questions be one matter man this is how me so me sua ewo mu what I say na ono nye ready say obesua we ni mu bi enti na me bisa say too late say ye minimum say nye too late but e bi wo ho a ya na minya how do I put it? Minya questions no ha na minya answers no. Inti for me ama be pie ha me sunsua sa na yema ni nyina no ya ho ema me na I hope esinka along the way and still I will jump back na afi ya start enye too late but ono nye too enye ready to do that. Inti na me so no me bisa
I have a some TV no. Oh, I have a some TV no na born compose ba ko be fa na so.
Yep, absolutely. Perfect.
Why is not familiar with pages? So I think say me 30 contribution.
I think it's from Canada, right?
Yeah, me from Toronto. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why is not very familiar? Yeah.
Also voice is familiar, like my brother-in-law, so I know Kasa. Your voice it is anyway. We'll talk about that later. Until they may pattern say, additional na me so me wono. No, probably from here no. Me koso the main person me and say me sign. Me I don't lose hope so easily, sir. Me fear as a crime, I'm sorry. No, I know the enye bibi ye. Nemo mo as say me to aso. Na menye nimdeɛ no nti na me bi bisa saa questions we nyina no me da se
mame ade ba ko so say we say remember no orientation is different say utie ye na so onya sika ni bi na o shi bebre na bi beka dey fine but we say no enta obaro kra ko fa ba kra wo say enko hokra na yakọ
what to right from beginning you better die no me catch and say entrance na ye nhihye ne money nyina pepepe so does it ni me adwuma pay okay ono so na adwuma no nyai but eno kra na nye problem because let me say your man kra won nyinyi to they are not one nye issue my ACC but you being see that you do retirement I say na be you know ono ne do baby no afo say abrabo ni sisi ni trash no ofo so wa miss time be I'm sharing this because obi so betie no so dey to no for so I say anya say bia I'm just sharing it because me tie obi dey na ama me so mahu nyansa ene niam we ya me bi se bisa sa you know I'm say ne kwa it's true onye ready no onye ready no me so ma take no ma call bank am ona koye se wontimi nkoyi sika bia wo mu ade no mu bi ade ye mienu nyina call bank ho
hey any to go about
oh, that is the way it should be. So won't you mean taking over a idea? Then I'll have to take it. Into the sana, into oh no. No.
I just see no.
Because 2 years ago, no, me the idea by see young coffee na young to assassin, me brothers no be all. Osigana the auto assassin wa unya sikan kusi ya ubi ba assassin. I'm say okay, forget about that. Yen to assassin the be a fool or no cover all the stories, and I'm say forget it. Nti no make sure say this is where e bi no wa ye do pension ye do no nti ne tietie we na e boy e man say ye dachi no so e be do baby a ye be rest na ye be bar retirement ne ye ho nchiri yin bebre ne ye rely on the government pension ne de keka ho nti na me go through all I want to have a comfortable life semi retirement nti me sua we mu nyina say ne be boa me maybe on dey onye ready for that me so my grant say in enche bia no. I'm coming back home. I've had enough in Abuchi. Thank you.
Thank you, Mama. That's it. That's it. You know, bisa books no, benya bi Amazon. And say,
me to Amazon, me to phone in now. Until me say call that the other ones, no. Yeah, I'll do
so, your friend also Kaswa. So, where can we get some of the books from Kaswa?
West Hills Mall, MV.
West Hills Mall. Okay, I'm so Josephine Crowdy at work. Yeah. West Hills Mall, MV shop, right? And offer no as number no so or the bebro. And I'm saying that Ferguson also be a budget win. Made the link not to budget wins link no
budget up.
Yeah, I'm saying I was one echo.
Yeah, I think it's Mr. Fosu Bio.
Okay, Kwame Fosu.
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening. Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's saying.
Oh, me hoye na mo so mo to say. Great. T. Unse me da masen so na akonya we na me do bia so se ne obi contribute towards nkoma ye di wa say ba me tie obi akasa no. You can see say obi akasa with some passion, and Uncle Fred usually or take us all platform no so ba. And I said no akasa no, you could see say I say he no akasa with a different tone, which makes you know say like he was so passionate about this whole thing, especially when say I said you on him said these are the things that bet my nipa, right?
Yeah.
Anna yenim Anna quiet is I say yet ye wonder chede Anna I didn't nso and yeshaya we have all these chances that you bet me the new things to change things, but akwa ye be to say ye hunu ye nti last time Mr. Benka say me say woni ma de tie ya wan hwe de ma wa de be chichirija because as yet privilege hona ye hwe na foreigners eba be pick all these privilege and they are making like great things out of them ana ye hunu nti ama that topic we many aje ho pa see you treated this topic today because it's like a idea a very necessary say and kalis e also go obi etimi hunu be at the age of 16 years I was thinking will be able this topic and really like topic we are especially beginning of the whole conversation how we were explaining things because it's got for a who ye ni mo no ne na ho no mo na mo a family was cano na enye bibi hu like enye bibi hu say hu so copy akọ school kese bia na bibi sa me na ho for me ni mo na mo parent was cano omo store ojom omo stores and omo sa sort niema no mo de ye emanfo de ye ejuma mo it was some basic things that ne em for ye ni nko ho nti ema hunu se sika nkasa no ewo some of the basic things na ye ni nko ho na se ade ne wo ha se ne nyina ye ko ade foforo ho na ade na ye ko ho no enye no ho na enye ho na ade na mu wo de ye hwehwe no wo ti we are fighting over wrong stuff.
Yeah.
And the main thing name when the man for ye chi kofafa. Sana kwakoto ye sisi a. Nti se wu huna na se wu chire ma chire obi a mekai say philosophy class o mo chire bi about allegory of the cave. Say ase enkofo bi no mu nyina hye cave mu na e man for twema na shadow na cast out wall no nto mo hunu shadow no mo gin say none the realities of life. So se ba kopia about nti okohunu oh se edua ankasa ni aponche ankasa ni be okọ ba akọ kaka chiro mo no bia ne ko ho so we enye sa ne te because it's like, oh no, children watch it no be who say no, say no for very long time. So yeah, be yeah, no, be mommy pick up every month be and I say every year be 2 years, but changing the car new, and then subconsciously no. Yeah, so yeah, develop that kind of until so be no different information much has any be no. Yeah, be the same. Until also you follow the same steps. I think say one of the reason why and I'm say odi esua doni odi animu nante no because akwa they say they were shy for very long time no you become obey sadie no because
Yep.
recently me anti ba ko am ni me tiny di nkomo and then say Mr. Obin videos ni be man ne Mr. Patrick mo a video ni be man and most yeah because ye na wa say ye na show be videos and these days, or make us all say, or Brenda Junior, right? And if two down so once that or make us like why very careful. And it will be a question now, or taking the time answer question way more than how I started with 50 who and I didn't come over. And it makes you know so like who's there, why doing SSR because this year and 50 make myself from this year, early this year up to date, maintain I'm just always listening. Metie no all time and who changes in your who sense say bia ba wabrabo. Wadwen no krampo no like se wo nkura bibia krampo na you go ultimi nya some energy and ultimi who say future no like it look very bright because I say who follow some pattern bia that pattern now follow no is that is the wrong like the right pattern now follow no like saying na beginning of a presentation na you church you say escafo no ni maybe omoye and I don't know much for and we talked about like a couple of like secret societies and how Amaka say a dangerous just to scare people off and they really are more connected they do businesses they make money and sana kwa they say few people name that name and say wunya hunu ya woni na musa nti sɛ wode wo ti pimpima na sɛ wotie ye na wokɔpie biribi so sɛ na obi mfɔ so sɛ de bia bɛtie because my very first time I met who Mr. Obin video me tie video and that was it up to date because anya afo no bi bɛkyekyerɛ so bɛtie wa wo sɛ na ade we ne deɛ mhwehwɛ nti ɛma ni gye sɛ ɛwɔ platform we send me ba ha se ɛma ma hotɔ so because first na me spending more time our LinkedIn and so and ada me call LinkedIn bia no rate me who one share Emma Williams show say I say idea person say the sana because we calling the now show be profile PhD say but over comment session na the contribution be our contributing over like a topic be na we crowd usuro say I don't think say me no me call into I'm LinkedIn my very very careful and me call me wonema me call the also me free because for commenting people who have spent more time in school almost there and it send a better idea it's like we don't even see because the more you talk about these things and because the very first time I share Mr. Obin, to be frank now I was very furious to white people because time Mr. Obin, I started looking for videos from Malefe Asante and also a friend say Sheikh Hunted your movie videos. I started watching all these videos and how great Africans were. And uhunu sani me we na hwese ne ya ne sisi anana eto da etimi ehye I say ubedwa but the more we sua de when I go Mr. most of the videos na na ya mo share wa na then you get to know so like even though as obey so heated then the some of the videos name versa I'm a low down ama after don't say no I was all using like order of priorities maybe almost no even though say na identity but I also know how to like follow protocols because it's like yeah be a church one side to watching and coffee abo yema na after the police station anymore and not just all any no because we be for that particular time. I think say we follow platform when we are the best thing we have to do is follow it more over time at church will be because that's what I do these days. And ababe natural every day be I record something. There were a lot of recordings of at the because me juma me na my my record be bu na matro So article be was posted, then I put some articles. Because the more I would you know, I would say, or life never yet the wood, you know. So yeah, perceive as a sunny my party. This is what we have to do. And like Endra program there, and it said, yeah, I say Obi episode true book no ultimate join. I think I really have to get like pre-recorded video no. That means my because I think that is one of the things that you hear because I was saying in 18 these things, need to church or the whole narrative because sometimes I say adeɛ kura wo na obi agye na wɔwɔ sɛ ɛkyerɛ wɔ sɛ wo na no ansɔ mu yie na wagye ɛyɛ ahometesɛm baa yɛmbɔ yɛn ho mmɔden na nneɛma nsesa. I'm hoping say by 2063 we will have like a whole structure about change the whole narrative, and that is my hope. My most of me hope power this platform. It really gave me hope. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. And say, what I say, I wish say all the young guys we started some tea near my ye na omo the near to 2 years. Papa. Please, your friend say, I'm saying probably some here the budget and link and made the air to her. But you have to sign in and say your email and then send the first name. Yeah, because the budget here mostly no nyama bebre on my idea you repeat it. It is one signing the next month just start typing about signing via until you just replace it. It's just your email and say first name was be now they are signing. Or signing up. But one signing crab to me, you just say a very hectic, every man be also here. But when they be more come, Niama will be job, no be saba be two move the same way. All right. Upon right.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Hamilton. Yeah.
Hamilton, yeah.
Mama Johnny Juma.
Maza, so have you ever there?
Boko Bakangano no. Zomechiao.
So Penegase.
Mechiao so. Ajuma de mu bubi. Yada mase. Na brebia manage some me dem ho abeka sa abusua we ho. Anya agolo. Ko sa ha no me ba me nte Ghana de enye yidane. Opese oye ya wo blene ya de menti bi wa ha. Ya metie nyina ye akwankyere no ofa we so a obeyisi ofa we so a obesi ya no ne ade papa na yehia bat na yenya mesra se de bia wa kira mesra mo na mo de atam ko sa ha no e kuloketo ha na network no won mesra mo a wa metna ha na o fa fi on school ni ya school for na no mo PhD no ho ase o no e ma obi an ngen se ye na mo anya bibia o because for tell better na se na be create even asene ne kola de be hata koko no enya adwuma keto o asene ne de hata koko no method na ye de dua koko etie ne asoso ye de tie nyina ye na nanom na de o ma adwene boy o
yes Ninia is fine
mo PhD foi mo ba mo de we
yeah Ninia is fine
o koko still na ye na nanom method na no da so use o so le na o ka se dia za go for no da bi enka se dia o mo ye o de o betimi yen ne duru ye so ne yen timi dia nyintum se yen ya feli o mo ma feli nto no mo nkyere o na mo topic ne de e kama mu ablaba o bo sika bi dwane afili wo njen ne tenten ne tietie nyina no no ana se wo bedi no pre wo be so sika no mi no abo ho ban na afi o diska na invest na uguso ana o toto nyoma yi na wo padi fia o du sua nyoma na ubi wa adwene no se sa ha ti ai we obi ebi na adwene me se me ba ha mtinu se ma adwene ma bi bibiri was first na na Ghana nye ye ne de na me dikan me die ni mo denden me kai the last time club me ka fa so ni bi to Ghana nye si am to am yan ka fa mo say yes ba come ni si am hu bi na ade a wo ye no e de ne ko am ne mo am hu am timi hu sa ko we ade a wo ye die o nyam bible ya o fa bi ai ma me na o ba na no so won kola mi nu na on kwa na hwe o mo ni ade no me my ade ne answer na mo de ma ba me de kakra ne se nka on hwe be bia obe invest ya enye ono na be kwa ko gina ho akoye adwuma no on hwe no so was I say Jumana in me or the one the present in here. One fair the bit me a disc kwasha in here or no of a corner for communitanium. To say be any moment say waiting me up will be now be or the natra honor be a ni profit no on na chimwa on na cha no so be boa no also nya kakra ha obinya kakra so from baby so abeso nya sa dia cause enkola ndi omonya ba wi we dey enkola ndi ondi mi nyom mfili ho nti no wo mum na wo se ototo ni o man na konanim na of abefi for the I think we the mam nya wi sana
I go question there bro.
anya wi sana so no move on
I would say what they know the report to the show. Yeah, man.
mamenta haya da mo bintu aso me da se
I did because
Okay, good evening, Abusuafo.
okay, we okay.
Good evening.
Okay.
I did we. Oh yeah, Sam. Sorry.
Apacho motivation akaza.
Debbie, my teacher in Korea.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, anti-chilling. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, that's it. Pacho, me one question.
Anti-chilling the assembly.
I see me say question. One me say question. I say only so I you contribute and then ask questions. And then I don't come to over. My question is say Uba Ghana na say person obetena ho na what start bibi ansa na obeko na ade kode no unyanya nureti income mawa advice ben na ode be masa nipa advice kakra ben na ode be masa nipa maybe I was start bibi but unyanya wo say adwuma no unya sika na wodi hyem nti wunhye da ni income bia wo so o guy aba so person ko
yes
na akotena wano sano obere
yo kakra minim ayi your friend is saying ye nua kusi Mr. Frimpong me dey be example I mean me decide me nye e bin to me by nipa kakra na mehu no Mr. Frimpong or ye farms near dia enya ade be generate BCC ba odruye no I started to nsu ubu kofo ka kofo ayi no odi gu ni kam na no pa so akoton we dey obeka ha me na eti
yeah
eni anu nko aso last time ye ka say akwesi mi bua no oye olebu ne koko
yeah
ogbo mo oto ti income ne de e dia obinya bi unless say de wo bia wo pese wo mpe ayi na sa ne mo nyana for a season me dia bia ya for a season
yeah
they see the reason why amafo ediye say they try to do things that people won't do enema ade a obi am pese wo nyem so hwe skafo na omo start na chiremu abeye mra mo
yeah
Mr. Frimpong tonsu ka boga odruye na ka obi afi se boga aba ne ade ko betwa ma na ebru odi nsuo o se ko 4 bucket no odi sim ne kam anopa no supply area ho nyina
okay
it no man income nti on first sika am so on kota chi ne sika kra ode koye nti ne sika de ebi ameka ho esa e de o se bi ka ni say go so obi ka ho because there are so many things you can do all the kokoso aka ho bagi koko a water or the nyama bebre afrafra water I don't know man quick income right away
Mr. Bevi me be so anti-tilly so anti-tilly me chiao
you also be na
the TN say on say o buy kuruma bet na enipa yesu diska de bia enti eze say utiminya sika so de bia
yeah
enti me ba Ghana betra Ghana me nkofa me sika nko hye se me kodua rubber plantation na se me kodua abe e be di 3-4 years ansa na abo so enti ese wo ye eniema e de cash bebro de bia
yeah
na wo hwe ewiase even escafo no kra na obi a start ton bibi o
yeah
na wo ton bibi na hu daily cash de bia na okay wo ba en yes wo bi ton suo e bia won so person ye gbegbe mi ana wo chi ban fo besi ana say agbash ana sa tomo ton si de bia obede wo be hu sika It is always make it there are certain mistakes. Okay, so be investing in long-term business. But as I say within the short term, no. And near there's cash flow. The friend say cash flow. They be an
Yep. Thinking the same thing. Cash flow. Yep.
a honey say they will focus more. And it's all your mistake now. Because me could do if I could do a better take as me could there be. If you could do banchi 6 months.
If you cry 1 year,
If you
possibly.
all 1 year. And today na meet me a ton. Your
Yeah.
friends a ton a ton. Brodo no ton. So bolo na o ton. Say grace in kunkra na o ton. A be phone kunkra ton. Say betia be for the cars beba. Into the ton.
Yes.
Strong. Silly. And Jimmy V said, and we are very key important. I say, and near my idea de be this cabebro.
Yeah.
Then now say, person we invest into long term. It's okay. Person me do a rubber and person me do a bear and person me ye way say, then you can move there. But me and fact we see can you go share idea long term more.
Yeah.
There be because
Yeah.
we share Bill Gates me there be almost on computer so. Mark
Every day
Zuckerberg
they are
money
true.
start there. They be a Facebook go for use Facebook. They make money every day.
Yeah.
Oh, and you say what this card they be there, you must see money every day.
Okay.
Intina they be we concentrate on the retail more. And sana nansiana me yes me could do and tools to be an answer banchi bi. But most of the things na idea me tonamaton.
Okay. Okay.
And so I'm making money 365 days in a year. No, they be an I'm seeing money.
Yeah.
Into anything a be emergency, you can resolve it. Says you can get because at the end of no profit that's all markup that's all.
Yeah.
Into you can sort out that any emergency be a better beba. So into me the kakra me the man.
Me that's bra. Me that's baby. Apa
Until the assemble, until the assemble.
Enti no na me pese me sa ka say the woman ne beka I say aware asem no I think say ayana sometimes we don't want to go there but a problem kese Emma so here Kumasi Ghana uko marketer a lot of women are the one who doing the entrepreneurship and selling uko
Until it call. Oh, Baba.
Yeah, Baba.
Oh, Baba.
uko Pastor Kemenka
Yeah.
uko Kumasi Jomo uhuma bebre omoton ade na emema no so oni sika kora oni adwuma kora ma ne income kora no a bibia nka no se e wo se de ne yere ye no oboa no na etimi generate income na ye double ma no uko Kenya and other places emema ton aduane emema ye so many things even call Arab countries kora na emema adwuma Ghana for mema so omonye no eno ena sa ekuro no omoye enti no say when it comes to say as a Ghanaian woman winim Nigeria for say Ghana ni woni ukunu bobra wonim say we was entrepreneurship we no ewo mu anipa no betimi support wo kakra bi anaso one wo beka wadwena bom na matimi aye bibi no move fast no na akwakoye te say aye ntokwako akwakoye te say de na wachi wagina ho enti say want to me am favor man fam no one who kwan abefa so abetete wo ho a da bia no na stress o na depression ene ne ekeka enti aware de to be honest with you so wo ha say na so won ware ya meka tiro say make sure say wo ware ya one hwe nipa na de na ni je ho so ye school for no na ye bomochi no nye say bia ye tamo but ye training bi amakwa akofam e na adane mo amama yesa nti nye say mo intentionally and you want to do that so it is once you had a fufra sana abaye wa ku university pay na woje no ebi meka ho woni mo bi susu awakwa akoye masters woni eye wo se meta mekwa akodi na chi mesu mekwa akoye masters why masters wonsa anye ye wonye ye no wasa afiri woni wohu obi oye phd wonye ye wo se meta akwa akoye PhD. Until the system turns you into I can say be a robot. Me into me looking down upon you guys. I'm not looking down upon you. But me the end say, baby, ebe mo timi anya fa hudi a ubenya income wa. Won stress ne ne keka won kwaje bra because akrachefo ni nyina omo ya adwuma wo system ni mu nyina omo ya kromfo because amokro no a ontumi nyɛ sika. Obetena sɔre na mkwasi ada Ghana enye ye nyinaa ya kratifo Ghana enye ye nyinaa ɛyɛ omo makosu. I'm telling you, because all they do is find a way to make money for themselves alone. Onyabia no de bia kwa akotwempena so enti no yɛne nsamo obi atimi akraki code no ɛna ɔpɛ so ɔkyerɛw na so gye wo ho firi mu enti mo de mo sisi maso no mo sisi o maso so much say o mo kɔfa asɛm so ba na wo so na ɛba na ta bi abosia abɔ na mo bɔ munya abosia ne bɔ na mo kɔ mo kɔ pesi camera me ne manu besi ha me da maso
detail dia se ba I'm saying about no bisa say books in fan obenya bi ato so we need about so Mr. Obe number no friend na obesend no books ni why friend na I make a be mo I request for budget way free and yeah free we got website na patricksolution.com/budget
If I check in man so
so
yeah
Saka phone na itwato on.
yeah
Last number is 74.
Yeah, 74. Yeah.
74.
Yeah.
84. Okay.
You go.
Yeah, more log in. Your friend saying, yeah, just signing up. Easy, man. Say no. And I made your friend say, me a link na sa to mobile. Yo. Yes, I am going.
Okay. Michiamo, and then my first time me humo my brother Patrick and brother Kwesi. And then the first time Michiamo me follow Mr. Obey. Nah, so me a very happy say me who more of the people in the community. Oh, Michiano team me now topic now more you guys are talking about. So no, I think it's very important. Just background me on New York. Oh, I'm channel. But Miko Coppermine, so shout out to Okwash. Oh, I'm channel just in case. But me person me touch you on two things, right? Education, no topic, no right. Now question now move beside The my main education topic, no first. So education, no, idea papa person go 40 years say. Yeah, the adwene the graduate say me kotena classroom na mesua de there be. Enya sana enya adesua no. Adesua no say okotena na ho. Na o kire obi bi na o ye ono so ya adesua. Okọ classroom no. Nya okay, my main defining idea classroom any school School ye baby a nkofo bi atena ho aka say ye pick topic way subjects way ama nkofo abesua ama beye say anama beye say and cover nyama e wo wiase nia into the fact say ukonya PhD and answer ukonya we say no it doesn't interest we better seeing obi e kire ake say wakosua ade a obi de kire ho a ukakosua ye now near Mr. Obini, I think say ye patch on education level and say share education say bibia usia ya meka bibi nchire wa ye tuchne well ye draw for ye see chem history ye ni chem no right ye ni chem no ye ni chem no ye history and ye chire omo wo ye saw I don't know ye saw side draw no betimi aton other than ona na a drone and sanya manyama kitikiti na omo ye no ye betimi aton sanya ma we amine the entire world omo nim but the sad part is say yensu ye nim because ye it's different from being educated and being indoctrinated. We are indoctrinated. We are not educated. Me high Ghana for, right? Me catch you. You're ready. You're ready because you ni madia no. And yes, you ni madia no. You ni madia. Actually, no. You ni more than a comfort. But them no. You even nefi mu. Into the first thing I ever doing is say, ye. Into ye the ye sa. Until the first thing about your dream was say no ye. Ye ni madia no adia no. She because ye ni ma inka omo high. Intelligence is based on what somebody responds to. Right? You can say I'm intelligent as possible. If what you are doing, somebody is not benefiting from it, it's not intelligent. So once somebody's benefiting from it, it shows your intelligence. It shows your knowledge on what you're talking about. Ye ni madia na ye no, but vim no ye fi mu. Inti ye dream ho. Well, inti na tembia ye dream say, oh, obi kotena class no nya PhD a, or ye ni papa saying obi a owo oye farm. Menju ade ko a hetien right now. Obi call college or call Legon or call ya Greek. But na dream they are grown to nim say ma men kotena farm. Na me hwe ni ankofo ye. Na me hwe say ni amisia o school no. Metimi a benefit a grow ni ame ma men papa mo ya na. They don't think that way. Because education no separates you from who you are. Oh, I'm no. You catch yourself, you own ananum, yen ananum suma bosun, ye de besum yame. Oh, I'm no. Into who you are, Jane, and ma would Jane say, you own ananum chair one, and Yansen nim. But in the high education, nibi. Into my and two side man and Jane said, oh, because I make out na classroom, no, meaning more same na. Only more same, unana. Now, of course, our classrooms are biology, no, it's just biology. And it's just a little portion of biology. It's not even a whole portion of the entire biology. Because there's so many things within the biology alone that you haven't learned. And you have to spend years upon years upon years upon years. Man, so call on one cover of a catcher or say, Madame, for try when I say, oh, I didn't know the catcher or say, unsure the way you're broke for one chair because of your bruni. So, education, no, my confuse and Jean said, oh, because I woke up in our classroom, there be 10 piano education in my home. The point in the say, 10 piano ma, chimbi be our bessia, a ma home. So, me obi ade, before me bring so only near or path like or life path number. Your life path number. Obia, listen to me very carefully. Write it down. Your life path number. This is very simple. For our birthday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Go all the way down to a single number. Right? You're gonna come to a double number, add it to a single number. When you come to that number, go to YouTube and look for that life path number, and it will tell you about your life. Obia was asked to do something. Oops. Hello?
Oh yeah, yeah, Tonka. Yeah, Tonka.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Mr. Being quarantined, okay, but
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh yeah. But I mention because some people mama into why. But I mention like figure that there's so much knowledge out there. We don't know. We don't have the knowledge. Into obi no be catch us so bit my bibia. The first one can say Debbie, and this is not meaning I can swap by your kind and say, oh, obi kwa bontino abuano be catch us the roll about because say entisa. Oh, I'm channel. So instead of say tembiano, o channel obi a catch on ya bako siano. Pe bibi na wanka se sia. Bibi a interested wo na sia, and na be bie wa adwin. Near interest, the time be a memo being country. Don't let people give you the direction to go in life. It's your life. The only thing about your life is nobody has ever lived your life. That's the only thing about your life. Nobody has ever lived it. Into a bit to me control the direction of it, but there are things that you can do to make your life better.
In and out, Casam Pacho, being to me country, then why are we here? So
okay, cool. Thank you. Once I Mr. Being all cultural on my lot of examples, on can't just say, Madam, for Konakoya, one thing.
Life, no, live your whole life. I will live into Sasa now can
Oh, that some you one.
So you my comment be say and tell the direction of your life because we don't live your life, only I can live your life. So if that's the case, why are we here?
Why are we here? Why are we here as in a platform? Wait, maybe so. Why are we here on the platform? Why are we here on life? I didn't know question. Question is a platform. I don't know what I say platform this one now.
Concern I raising is say Obint mean can't be being chewa brabo. Obint mean mount.
No. That's not being too full. There be my clarify.
Somebody can give you direction as Ian say.
Okay, good question. My control. So young funny say mu pass me pesa me tonjum. One mention no. We will be bia me pesa me tonjum. No be na obi aka to se madam for men but will be bia mu se pesa me tonjum. Kuna ko tonjum no. That's what I'm talking about. Minka say, oh yeah, bibi no be ya. Or mean to me can't just say, oh yeah, bibi. That's not what I'm talking about.
But
I'm talking about, we are talking about life decisions.
Give you a direction because we'll be in your direction.
No. Listen. Remember, tell me explanation. No, tell me explanation.
Yeah, an explanation.
Well, tell me explanation. Let me say, nipa that's in need here. We all need advice in life, right? But what I'm saying is, example that my man is say, yeah, funny say, tunjum and I'll bobo. No, obi aka cho say, oh, madam for ball there, sike nim, menko ye say, we nim. Ni American say, madam for say, wo mu akona koye. Menka say, so oh ye bibi na ya, menti obi. Yes, an American. Menka say, oh kakoye bibi because nya ye kano. The conversation we are having, right, is based on life. It's based on becoming successful. It's based on achieving things you want to achieve.
Nobody can give you direction because.
And I clarified the statement. I understand, and I clarified it.
I think it's miscommunication. What say? Your person say. Say uye bibi no be person trust as I didn't yet, but no unim ya. Be a no the soccer example.
Mr. Beff, he wasn't specific in his statement.
That's why I clarified. We don't have to go back and forth. I just clarified. So the first thing I want to ask you, so now just correct that and then understand it. That's all. It's not no biggie. Oh, I'm yeah, big deal. Oh, I'm and first of all, me can say obia man is suggestion, right? Me can say it's written in stone and go and do what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. You can take it or don't take it. That's what I mean. I'm not forcing anybody. I'm just giving what I have learned. Oh, I'm just giving what I've learned. Me my example, right? Me say me start a friend say me am business, right? Now during me black card idea, right? And I was doing good. I was really doing good. I was doing with producing TV shows, providing transportation, logistics and stuff for TV shows and stuff like that, right? I was doing good. Not Uber buy it, right? Uber buy it, and I realized that with the way I near my name it's not gonna last. The money that we were making, because we could go outside and make good money, right? Make within a few hours, make hundreds of dollars. That was the standard. Everything was changing. So Mijaye at the hype left everything and then started afresh. A new company and built it all the way from scratch to up. So I have done it. It's me can and yes, me put you be down and I said, but me just just although me want mom and Crawford in America. In your challenge, and I said bragging and I said BBR, right? We are just sharing our knowledge. Oh, I'm channel. But me answer question. Also, money runs from what is it? Can you pull it back? Money runs from people because of these mistakes. Yes, and I'll say this: money runs from people because they are selfish. They don't think about other people, right? Money runs from you. Say, Uji obi who abe say, yeah, obi here, but met me at on idea where I'm no. Nini your business. Oh, I'm channel. So, to send ya, your brother back okay, say, a sikafu thing be almost James on Bebuobino. Because Uni Pedriana be beer or Uni Pedriano. Obine, yeah, or the booby, our time will be. Into a buano, a buani near business womb. Oh, I'm channel. Into the Omu, your friend is saying, free, or saying, non-for-profit businesses. Oh, I'm channel. Into, you know, the way you approach people, it gives you always, how can I help somebody? And since you are business minded, look, the way you think takes you where you go. So Ojin say won't mean ya, I didn't be mawadi I won't mean ye. So Ojin say obey me ya, I didn't be mawadi, I didn't be mawadi wait me ye. Intinia Ojin no, no, oh, I'm channel. So my main kasa be but man, you're selfish. Man, so you're richer. Don't be selfish. Be as giving as possible, but be disciplined. One me chena me ka say kona gogma obia sika there be. But uhu obia ohia mboa. And yes kampo but just mboa, right? Knowledge is more expensive than money. Into uhu obia ohia mboa, money mboa. Because one day, you know, unim obia, unim dama, ube hiambwa. Now, this is how it works. Womboa no, ban fini pa kwa na oboa no ho. Ebe fini onipa fufuro ho. Inti tembia no buobi. Men Jane said, buobi selfishly. Jane said, oh, me boa na ma boa me ho. Jane sara tembia yene sa ebe boa. That's one of the mistakes that I will advise you to stop doing. Stop being selfish. Stop being in competition with other people, right? Think big. Think big. I'm gonna think it small. I'm gonna think it competition. Think big. Big people don't think competition. They think cooperation. What am I? Cooperation. Big people, they think cooperation, right? Because they get a lot of people to come together and they put their minds together. It's not, money comes after the mind works. So if you want money, let your mind work, right? And it takes time. If you want to build something, it takes time, right? It takes a lot of time because you have to learn the wrong things, meet the right people, be connected. You have to meet the right person to talk about you. Oh, I mentioned, because you can't be everywhere. So if you're a nice person and they know you are reliable, you are trustworthy, they can talk about you. They will talk about you to everybody. What's more advertising than that? That's cheap advertising. Just being nice, especially in Ghana. Because in Ghana, no, we have a credibility shortage, right? People don't trust people in Ghana. So if you're a trustworthy person now, that is money. Do you know how much money you could have just being trustworthy? Just being trustworthy. So, I mean, but, you know, I just want to say I love what you guys are doing. I'm here for it, and yeah, thanks a lot. I appreciate giving me a chance to talk.
Thank you. Motivation. Thank you. Yeah. See, when rich people are rich people are talking of business, they think they are helping people, and when they help people, they make money out of that. So
yeah.
Think big, but start small though.
Of course, no, big, yeah, absolutely. Look, let me tell you. And Kwame and brother Patrick, Charlie, thank you. And our sister that just left. The answer you guys gave, thankful. I just remembered the answer you guys gave really helps me a lot because now me Jane say okay, so me ba again I met I know I can do something. That's not a problem. I could just pick up and just leave everything and come. I'm that kind of person. I really don't care. I could really do that and build it again. I've done it many times, so I don't have the fear. But what can I do? Well, I mean, you don't know that. But answer now, it opened my eyes. I saw the possibilities that I couldn't see. Yeah, like, like and the thing about the difference between Africa and Europe or outside, Europe, we hear paper to do business. In Africa, we hear paper to do business. And I'm a boy, I won't country me.
True.
Of course, ube big, I'll be register business now, dear. But a small person, no for what the alcohol. Obi be how catch yourself will permit to him for. That's opportunity. That's like we have so many things that we don't talk about because we don't have. Last time me on Mr. Bean platform, I make say we don't have the soil to cultivate success. You need the environment. You can't have success when you don't have the environment to cultivate it. You can't have tons in your in your field. And we have a lot of. Just think about it. Yeah, elected opinion be echo or office. No call office. No, you be saying say I there na all man colano MBA bill or say colano omunye. Just think about it. You've lived all your life. You live all your life. You couldn't teach the youngest behind you how to come and do something that your old age has to come out and do it. It doesn't speak well. It doesn't speak of your intelligence. But you're the idea, so we laugh at it. It's not funny. I was so pissed off when I heard it. It's not funny. Because what you are saying is that you are. What can you produce if you think that the kids behind you don't have anything to come and do? Like what kind of thinking is that?
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, ma Uncle Sam Kasana, church.
Watch it. Yeah, who come with us? Can come talk.
Oh, my follow me. Call me team, Uncle Sam. My follow me. I'm here.
Every Monday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay, cool. Thank you. That's what's up.
Or High Life Radio. So
yo,
Monday.
but
Uncle Sam,
yeah, yo. Whether you know me the massive brain, I'm say platform na che Mr. Binda kwache na me said I enjoy na join be I think say be 2 weeks. The information I'm up for platform is I should have joined a long time. Even though say me Mr. Binda videos all the time. The more I am with cry still na me question na me bebusa. As anti till na or my dream that. But me Oklahoma City. Na nipa establish kakra organ. But the per se ya buffy. But who dream be about be your long term. Na also dream say well, say me could invest in long term. May them survive organ. But I'm the question actually Busaya. Nice me question pepe and Busama. Say no manya information say at least ubeye bibia a bit me amount sikan tentem kakra. Now as you go on, what you mean I think about long term investment. And Madamunina send a share information. So Mr. Kanwe. Now one brother Fred and brother Kwame. But you meet me in your number, Accra.
Yes, Kwame,
the also that or that's all line so.
Kwame.
Yeah, Mr. Bev,
Hi. Your friend say, Brother Sam. What's your number?
I'll bet me a Joe, Mr. Bev.
Okay. Maybe to you how and I say on whom
I send them for man, I'll bet you send them.
All right. Yo, Brother John, what your friend is saying? Who may a contact?
But your debut.
Okay, let me share some to them. Hey, mama na sabe bi mu yana.
Uh,
And I know. Oh.
I don't know.
Mama,
Say they say mommy from
and
Toronto.
I'm pretty busy. Is it mama from Canada?
Maybe
Is
on
it?
number two. We're three no tea.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
All right. So if you want to
But
be
am I
my
ready, say? Ebia, what the mama?
maybe.
Go.
Frame me na me fa me de mo. And Fred, what's the Fred, right?
But your number, no, na. Meaning, say, na me.
Me de beto, me de mo.
Okay.
What's it cause I go?
Yep. All right. Yeah, I think so. So far, Obian Kasa. Now, Mr. Hamilton, now a question, Biana, and now a further contribution.
Everything so ne be point. Kwame so enwie so no so be kasa.
Uh,
I can be 6 minutes near we. I was say 8
yeah, I
minutes.
cover 6 minutes near. Yep. Yeah.
Kwame,
But me go chat na me ho na. Me go chat na me ho number.
hold on, me de to here, me de be to here.
Okay.
About to screen. Yeah.
Well,
Me to
my
Oh,
question is,
me de to chat no mu ba. Me to screen. Who frame me me de one number. Why?
okay.
So who
my
are
question is, why?
who are he?
It's
Okay,
Oklahoma City.
But I'm over my city.
Okay, all right. Me number ni.
But man.
Yeah. Who frame me your
Okay.
number?
Thank you so much, Mr. Patrick.
Sure.
On my way, abro, Mr. Kangam ne, because abro for much, I can catch a pound. The woman be a mitton who be dear Hana. As a bear Wednesday noon, and I'm in need. Now, or tea, you want to calculate me no. Be ye shock. Mammy, was 2 years, almost 12 years. The man to be away, you be club, be $250 for me a month. For
For
the
what
one bag,
BT?
they
Yeah.
136. And it be the chaco.
To you
Or
have
turn one bag,
250,000 a month.
50 bags. You know, 250 bags.
No, Tom could be a 130.
130. Okay, me see me barman. Who know? Everybody have it. But for me, my idea, because now I was saying the Yana Mr. Vekano, and also I can't say the Baba because I want to go to school in 1 year. You
And I make kind of
Yeah,
say,
that's it.
what it is, yeah, even I didn't hear no crana a discaban, you boost adding.
ne
You,
baba ako ne baba ya the church they was ordinary university abanzo wonko nti adwuma we na otum sa akula na ni je ho otum de gua akula so pam no kula efili akula nya gulu me so ka sa asam no me ba manum let's go it's a phone someone and you even would get train na akula so onye hia ni o onye hia ni
as you fee say, since I will tongue be DNA, and yet, Juma. No, no, go back to me, the BD and me tongue. I said, the end, Juma. As me want to know the action and marching if fear seen die bibia.
Yep.
It be start to see a boost adena, can change narratives now.
nya me sha mo bom ono ne ne mai for o se ni kuru we 12 years ni asa adwuma no wa yes ha o ne me nyina we university akake to no kwa no so wonko
Of a few books, that's all number no Nicole saying +1.
Plus
Jeffrey
one.
Nana Akosa.
Your friend is saying Virginia and TB +1, right? Say
Yeah,
you were
plus
Yeah.
+1.
Yeah.
It's +1. Okay, I said, "Come me the +1." I was
yeah.
yeah, point. My main
Yeah,
fact.
wrap up. Yep. It's if we do BBS. I think say and I am planning say which is other than the and of course is the knowledge that is very, very very, very important. Yeah, the BBS. So the things that we talk about over here, Mr. Bethany, Mr. Obey, Mudi Omafem, we're moving to a like Kwame Fosu said. we may not have millions of billions, but adrena emoting cramponi is a blessing. And I say yeah, I think I share my because adrena intimia anya adwuma yeah break. And see yeah, adrena anya adwuma body ni break. And then the liberation message ni start from this information Mr. Bain Edemaya and then of a free Edemaya and it's changing a lot of lives. Young ones who are afraid or say me we see they are picking my me see me to we and it's not like they are starting with millions or billions, but motivation, discipline, and consistency and all these things are working out for good. Yeah, the sending for the kakano. Oshe Ghana, your culture and answer your setting now. We don't really need too much complex system to make us successful. Obi timi ni table si kwan ho ọtọ ade na yato. Eno na why yes for so many years. Mr. Obi Wadam for be a friend of Mr. Blake. On any why provision store they've built so many apartments, but ni nyina consistency and then they had certain knowledge. And abrocha no wo Ghana na so umfie umisi bia umfie akọ anima. Forget about the age myth. It is never too late. So far as you hear this kind of information, now ODA Jumano, you should be able to get to somewhere. You know, mistakes near Ebida. Now your team message now, Mr. Benny of a free de my no. Mr. Of a I always say this as a testimony. He knows. Yeah. Message in a bejo now you want you so big here, utia bejo. And through his help, student loan, it's not like nenya idea means me about or church say yeni say fawetu a say and kakra ni di sun kakra sa na ye den ye koyenim and nti Monday so nyame adoma ye be share high life radio ye be batika 7 o'clock Ijinema to 9 p.m. 7 o'clock Eastern time, which I believe will be 11 p.m. Ghana time. Yeah, and also yeah, Kasika Samuasam the history kakra and then paradigm shift on Wednesday. Paradigm shift on Wednesday, I believe so for birthday day. Niaka number country. Yeah, do be biase. Yeah, do be biase. And then share the beginning of this video. Message say yeah, we talk about a very profound history of Africa concerning mathematics. And one hear the beginning of this video, I recommend that you go back to watch the beginning of it.
Cool.
Yeah, motivation. Obi so here number. And say I don't know. Say when I can. So here number. I'm so UAE.
Okay.
So here number. My name say who person giving out. Obet me the number to obet me the number. Some person the two way ma.
Me hit you. What's up? Nah.
Yes.
Nah. Okay. Cool.
Now,
Cool.
almost some pay a friend say Mr. Obi number no, and also and I'm the two hand. And then you be out here.
Oh, that's. But me who will number no.
Me.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Na Mr. Obi ni. Na omo no here budget no so no.
In fact, your budget na there just in case.
Oh, just a budget like when in the app do a budget online. You can use a website or website. You use it for your budgeting.
Oh, just a template.
Yeah, like a template. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Pacho, for them, I want to one more time, Pacho. Sorry. Got you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Beffin, Pacho, what time are convenient, man? Some for.
We are a bit afraid.
Pacho.
We are afraid. Said the econo. A important in the bare budget. Here. Who they call out, they're buying. Yana here so big nice, especially you know. Obia here, the Obia here.
Yeah.
My back was now the budget he made them even so they're far from. And then you could do make he say what every day be no I can see any free hole.
Yeah.
At the end of the month, no can in nabu. So they would mean trotra. Obia here budget here, a man who send you see corner send you see back. You don't track, you can't manage
it. Yeah.
So you're making sure that we spend wisely, save intentionally, and be generous. Send in your kind. Every Wednesday, we have a paradigm shift. We talk to people that have got information this information ya yɛ kan muntimi fa nyɛ hwee ɔmo hu deɛ ɔmo nyɛ ɔnya information no ɛne nkrɔfo ɔmo kasa a ɔmo deɛ ɔmo timi agi de ayɛ biribi ɛma motivate amanfoɔ ɛma amanfoɔ so direction n sɛ ade kura sɛ metimi ayɛ si ayɛ sɛ bia ne question a atitili ebisaeɛ a enua kwa me bia no pɛsɛ mekɔ Ghana deɛ na mɛyɛ ɔnya information na by business na mɛyɛ long term deɛ na mɛyɛ wohyia paradigm shifter ɛbɛboa mo hu sɛ there are so many things you can do a lot of things a betumi ayɛ kora sana long term business no aba bɛdi hɔ no nti you make sure say we spend wisely, save intentionally, and be generous. Bye-bye. Now, Mr. Obesu, the Asia every third week or Monday, every third week Monday of the month, once. First night every Monday, but I see achieving every once a month. But every Monday, dear, your friend is saying, Sikasem, or high life video. All right. So until we meet Monday. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Move it to